Oh yeah, no more Mr. Nice Guy. No more Mr. Oh my god. Oh my god, bruh. Oh my darling. Oh my darling. Oh my darling Clementine. You're lost and gone forever. You're lost and gone forever. Clementine. Oh my darling. Oh my darling. Oh my darling. Alright, cool. Clementine. You're lost and gone forever. Ri-ti-do-do, ri-ti-do. Ri-ti-do-do, ri-ti-do-do, ri-ti-do. Hello! No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more Mr. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh yeah, dude. Sup, Ron? Plague Zero, what's up, dude? Nice of you to be in the Discord, bro. Oh, speaking of which, no more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm in a really good mood for it being incredibly hot, and my dog continually eating his pee pads. I have finally bought this holder for them that will prevent it, so that gets here tomorrow. So thank God for that. I should have gotten that sooner. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, do 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 do. The frick? Oh, okay. All right, let me grab this linky link. No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more Mr. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. Can I pin both of these mofos? All right. All right. Yo, what's up, Chad? Cheers, bruh. Okay, guys. Go ahead and join my Discord. I got a pin there down below in the chat. And then also, I wish I could pin both of these, but if you're not following me on Kick, what are you doing? Like the stream here, and then go click the link. Follow me on Kick. Support me there, because Kick believes in free speech. What's up, Andy? What's up, dude? What's going on, bro? How you doing, Andy? Andy DeLone. All right, looks like things are going all right. Let me test my... Oh, wait. Hold up. Oh, yeah, it's working. Okay. Be in a good mood despite the trials of life. Heck yeah, dude. Oh, the trials and tribulations. Yes. Yes. Life is crazy. We got 20 people in the YouTube stream, and we got, let's see here. Oh! JJ in the house, bro. JJ's here, dude. Man of the hour. Thanks for the hype, bro. Appreciate that. Thanks for joining the Discord, man. Appreciate you. Got three people in the Kick. Let's filter into the let's funnel into the Kick side, man. It's where the party's at. Honestly. That is honestly where the party is. No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more Mr. Hoo Hoo Hoo. All right, cool dudes. Cool dudes. I'm great, man. How are you doing? Not too shabby. I made some chili and just ate that, so got a full belly. Oh, I do need to get my water. It's a scorcher. I'm gonna get thirsty. Oh yeah. God, these Mountain Valley needs to really fix their lids, man. They don't twist off very easily, and yeah, come on. Oh my God. Oodle-lally, golly, what a day. Oh man. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How you doing? How you doing? Take care, brush your hair. Heck yeah, value in you 21. What's up, bro? What's up, dude? Oh, he's shaking, man. How's my volume right now? Is my volume good? Oh, yeah, dude. Got another follow. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Thanks, F-Spin. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah. All right, partner. Keep on rolling, baby. I need to make those bigger, actually. That's what she's saying. Go to them widgets. Gotta make them poppin'. I think you can make them bigger. I hope so. I sure hope so. With the yeah, these alerts. Can I make these alerts bigger? I'll make it. I can make it the font bigger. I don't know if the other thing's bigger though. Let's ramp the font size up to 60 on all these bad boys. Let's do that, and then we'll get into the videos here. We'll get into the meat and potatoes of today's stream. All right, got a good one planned for you. Got a good one. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time, and let's keep our fingers crossed that my pup, he will stay in his crate sleeping, and he will not be pooping and peeing and being a complete menace. I love him, but good God, dude. I'm ready for him to not be a puppy anymore, honestly. That that novelty is worn off, the whole him being cute thing. It can only get you so far there, Pudgy. There we go. There we go. 60 pixels out of doer. We'll see. Hopefully that's good. All right, we got 15 members on the Discord. Those are rookie numbers. Let's get those numbers up, man. Let's get them numbers up, man. All right. Let's get into this, dude. All right, we got 30. Oh yeah, we got 30 people. All right, if you haven't already, like the stream on the YouTube side. If you haven't already, join the Discord down below. It's in the pinned comment. Go and click that bad boy. And then also, if you have not followed me on Kick, go follow me on Kick. And there we go. Go follow me on Kick. Support me on Kick. Ideally, at some point, I'd like to have a big enough following on Kick to where I will exclusively be doing my streaming on Kick, and then I will be exclusively doing only content on the YouTube side. So, and also, I'm trying to grow the community as well. A lot of you requested over the course of the year since I've had my YouTube channel, people have requested a Discord, and so I have an invite-only Discord. So that link is gonna be in my community posts on the like on my YouTube channel, dude. And then it's also pinned down below, or no, yeah, it's pinned down below. So join the Discord and yeah, talk to a bunch of cool guys. I'm in there. So if you want to hit me up, hit me up. All right, let's get into this, dude. Let's get into this, bro. All right, let me shrink myself for this one. All right, here we go.
All right, this one's titled "Start Being Mean" by Gracie Javashkavishkarovich, something of that nature. Anyways, Gracie, take it away. You have our full attention.
Need to be mean. Be mean. The time of letting people play in your face is done. From this point forward, you're going to make a huge pivotal change in your life, because if you don't change it, you're choosing it, okay? What you don't change, you are choosing. You guys are being way too nice to people. And
Guilty.
I'm honestly making this video to talk to my...
She's doing like reverse bird hands. What's up with that? It's like the Napoli, oh. What are you, Italian lady? But yeah, I mean, it's just nice actually means stupid. So they used to mean stupid. There's a huge difference between being a decent person and being a nice person, right? So you be kind, be decent, but don't be nice.
Younger self, the person that was so focused on being so nice and so kind and a people pleaser and caring about people liking me and caring about being perceived as this really good person, not for the moral value of it, I was choosing other people over myself, and I did not like my life at all.
I'm so guilty of being entirely too nice. Like, nice, doing things for others to the detriment of my own well-being.
That's
like
simping.
Being walked over. It took me a long time, and I'm still dealing with that right now.
Francesco, hey, buddy. How you doing? Hello, Italy.
It's time to be mean, baby. Not
Yeah,
mean,
baby.
but like, Papa don't play no stuff. Still a nice guy. But don't mess with me.
You need to start being mean. And let's face the truth, you're not kind because you actually care about being kind, okay? Most people don't actually care.
You're guilty of this. It's your whole job. What's your job, dude? What is your job?
About being kind. They care about being perceived as kind so that they can get approval from other people. It's just fear of being disliked. When you are...
Yeah, a lot of people are like, what's it called? Fake nice? It's like the fake, you know what I'm talking about, man. Come on,
bro.
You know it. They seem like such a cool, even-keeled, level-headed, down-to-earth. I'm really just a bitch. Just a dick. Just a...
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, hospitality industry. Oh, yeah, dude. You got to bend over backwards and just take it up the pooper. Constantly. I used to work in the service industry and hospitality. It's a biatch.
Real, like, stab you in the back kind of guy. Most of us have dealt with these people. And statistically speaking, some of you watching this right now are that person. And now you've left this video.
Are a truly confident, happy person. I'm not saying like go out and be a horrible person and do bad things. No.
Yeah, that's right, value. It's freaking effing, bro.
That's against yourself too. You're setting yourself up for bad things to happen to you and a bad, horrible life.
Yeah, I don't think she actually means go be mean to people. Just be an ass. I don't think she means that.
When you do bad things, this isn't about doing bad things at all. This is about being meaner, being stricter, being more cold.
She's just talking about setting boundaries. That's pretty much what she's talking about. You don't, you have a threshold for disrespect, right? And you don't overextend yourself for other people, right? That probably wouldn't do the same for you.
when it comes to the people that are trying to take advantage of you in your life, the people that want to set you off the path that you're going on, the people that want to take advantage of you, the people that want to use you, the people that are only in proximity to you to see what they can get from you, be meaner.
Yeah.
Your future self will thank you for it. Not being...
Dude, at like 30, I like joked my whole life away. People just like, fun Jack. Oh, he won't care. And there was like a learning curve to me kind of saying no. Fuck you. Excuse my language. There was a learning curve. I had to like really, because it was almost too outward. But I have lost some people, just simply realized like, oh, dude, you're not my friend. I'm your friend. Yeah. I'm your best friend. You would never do everything you do for these people. And some of you can relate to this.
Yeah.
It turns out they'll never do it for you.
Yeah, and these are the people that they talk about themselves constantly, and if you're with them, they're talking about themselves constantly. And the moment they say something that happened to them, they give you an update about them, and then they stop talking. And then the moment that you start talking about yourself, you can feel that they're not really listening to you. They're just waiting for you to shut up so that they can talk. They're not listening. They don't care, right? They just want to hear themselves talk, and they want to watch you listen to them talk. That's pretty much it. Don't be friends with those people.
Friend of mine owes me a great deal of money, just never pays me back. Just spits in my face because he goes, Jack won't care. Jack does care.
Jack does
care. And I'm handling it. This is the last time. But where I'm getting at is, at least I'm learning now. And it's not that I'm not a good person or I don't want to help people. It's just less and less and less. Like my ultimate thing is, yeah, do things for nothing, expect nothing in return, right? But those people where it was just a one-way street, in other words, Jack's driving, there's no gas money involved, all those people are kind of plucked out. And it's been a long 6 years of being firmer and letting people know, like, it's almost like, if you don't respect me, I'm out. And it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, you gotta have that Italian mobster mentality, bro. You gotta act like you're in the mafia, right? You gotta be firm. Draw those hard lines. A lot of people are soft. They don't draw hard lines. They're too afraid to do that. They're too afraid of standing up for themselves, right? They're afraid of the reaction they'll get from that from other people, right? That the potential conflict. You have more authority and credibility when you say shorter sentences. When you say fewer words, you have more credibility. You just say, I don't tolerate that. And you just leave it. Just leave it. Just let them soak it in, right? Just let them soak it in. I don't tolerate that. This is what I tolerate. This is what I don't. And if that doesn't align, there's the door. I'll see you. I won't see you later. All right. Be gone.
Hard because you might be that person where it's like, why don't people respect me? It's like, well, sometimes we don't respect ourselves. We don't even respect ourselves. And I've been there. So I understand the feeling. And it's easier said than done. Anyways, back to you, Gracie. Jarvashkavishkalavich. Look at her name. Oh, you can't see it. Never mind.
I can't see it, bro.
Mean. Not being more mean about your goals and, cutting people off, disappearing, revoking access to people that do you wrong, that's going to cost you your life. It's going to cost you your entire life. Why do you think you're responsible for someone else's crisis? If someone else is having all this chaos, why do you think that you need to co-sign on that and take care of that for them? Why?
Dude, so many people do that. Guilty. How many people do you know? Just in a gnarly relationship or like have those friends where it's always something. It's always something. I think it's almost like it's the only form of entertainment in their life. Like that's all that's going on. It's just like solving these problems that aren't even theirs.
Yeah.
It's almost like just having something to do, or you keep around
Right.
that person because you know it's like they're your friend. You don't want to.
They're bored, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, that's right, JJ, man. Most people have no self-respect nowadays. Nah, they don't got respect. They don't got self-respect. Ah, man, we're living in a shit show, man. A shit show.
Lose them. But it's just always a bag of bull with them, just a bag of crap. It's always something, just a nightmare. And you choose to keep that nightmare in your life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking back on the stuff I used to put up with and tolerate. It's been a lot. I'm not going to go into specifics because I don't want to air out other people's business, but man, I have dealt with some stuff. And if you're watching this far, I'm sure you have too. You might even be dealing with it right now. You're contemplating, I'm going to cut out Rick. He's done. That piece of work. Oh, man. I implore you. It's hard, though. It's hard getting rid of these people because you love them or you think you love them. You'll find out how much they love you when you stop helping them out this much.
Yeah, that's why I constantly preach individuation, man, because that helps you do that. That helps you have self-respect and stop performing and stop giving a shit about people, like validating, getting the validation from other people from outside yourself. It's just it's a fool's errand, man. If you do that, stop doing it. Your life will be 100 times better, 1,000 times better. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. I've been a people pleaser before, and I performed and suppressed parts of myself, right? That's what the shadow is. It's all these parts of yourself that you've suppressed to be accepted by other people, right? And so yeah, I mean, it's also the anger and the bitterness and the darkness within. It's all these different things, but it's also that too. It's the good pieces of yourself that just some people just don't like. And so you're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just throw that away. I'll just tuck that away when I'm around Jeff, right? So stop doing that, man. Stop it. Get some help.
I promise you.
My peace is way more expensive than someone else's problem. And you should be thinking the exact same thing. Pick your business over someone else's comfort. You're not here to make life more comfortable for someone else. You're here to make your life more comfortable. And if someone else is uncomfortable, it's their job to fix their own life. It's their...
Dude. Captain Save-A-Ho? Well, I mean, I've been Captain Save-A-Bro.
Yeah, dude. Be Captain Save-A-Bro for sure, dude. 100%.
Captain Save-A-Bro, dude. Save-A-Ho. I was saving bros. Thinking that if I just bring them in, they will somehow take my energy of being okay in life.
Oh yeah, dude. Trauma bonding. That's dude. Yeah. So, yeah, keep that out of your life.
It's usually quite the opposite, man. You know, have you ever tried
if she's hot, man, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard, dude.
For instance, I smoke weed every day. I take a nap once a day, you know.
Smoke weed every day.
I take a nap once a day just to wake and bake twice. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Take a hit. Right? And when I quit that, and, you know, I didn't really drink much. I'd party here and there and drink, but that wasn't really my vibe. But, dude, being around it, living in a house with 2 people or 3 people that all they do is that can suck you in.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of the opposite of, like, you being on the up and up. I'm not saying smoking weed's bad.
Yeah, also with just with any of these traits that are undesirable that, you know, you should stray away from and just sever ties with, basically. I mean, it's just look at who you're hanging out with, right? Because you are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with, right? The top 5 people you spend the most time with, you turn into them. That happened to me, right? Especially whenever I was younger, when I was smoking cigarettes with my friends, doing hood rat stuff. You can't quit Because if your friends smoke, then even if you're like, hey, I'm not smoking, you're around them, they're smoking, you're like, all right, dude, I need a bum of smoke, right? That just happens. It's inevitable. It's just, you got to get away from it, man. That's where individuation comes in. You make your home a Faraday cage, and you get rid of all of the noise, right? You become the whole version of yourself finally. You do some real soul searching and spring cleaning of your soul.
I'm saying like every day in the middle of the day, detrimental to your life, kind of waking up 10 years later in the same place and not really doing anything. That's where I was kind of heading. But getting sucked into that, it's easier to get sucked into that, keeping that mess, that noise around you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to help them out.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, but those people will usually always choose that. Dude, I'm just having flashbacks of all the times I've just invited the worst into my sanctuary. All
right, guys, if you haven't already, we got 34 people in the chat, give or take. So join the, I've got the Discord down below, and I've also got the Kick down below. We're live on Kick right now. We got 8 people over on the Kick side. So yeah, definitely show me some support and some love over on the Kick side. Join the Discord. That will also, let me make sure this freaking works. It should send you an alert in the announcement channel whenever I do go live. Okay. Actually, let me just look on my phone. Let me just look on my phone.
like invited in problems that aren't even mine. Fake problems. You know these people. Simple fix problems. Now it's my problem because I invited them in my.
It's not working. I have to fix it. But I will announce on my Discord in the announcements channel, obviously, that I will be going live. I will give you, that day. Just look in there, and I'll try and give you as much heads up as possible. I'll let you know when I'm like the day, the time, and I'll post the link in there. All right, thanks, guys.
My realm. But you think you're trying to help them. You're trying to save them. You're trying to be a good person. A good person. Kick them out. You're out of here, buddy. It's all good. I just thinking back, man. Who would have thought I'd relate to some chick named Zervoskevich Wittgenstein von Hugenstein? Hot blonde. I'm just kidding.
Their job to pick themselves, not to drag you down with them. The second you stop doing everything for everyone else and picking everyone else over yourself, obviously you're going to get called selfish. Good. Selfish people build the lives that everyone else envies, setting themselves up for a happy life. They always are the ones that have the life everybody else wants. You have to be mean. You have to be mean. You don't like the person you're in a relationship with? Bye. Not good for you. Bye. If you end up being the girl that sacrifices herself for everyone, you're going to be such a bitter, miserable person. You're going to be resentful and truly just exhausted and giving up on life. Do you want that? I don't think you want that. When you're being selfish,
Heck yeah, Brian. That blondie is based. We got ourselves a base blondie.
You need to ask yourself, does this help my future? Does this align with my goals? Or am I doing this to avoid guilt? Am I doing this for them or for me? Are you doing that thing for them or for you? If any of the answers to this...
Well, like as a man, it might be a little different.
Yeah.
Because most of my ambitions, they're 50% selfish for myself. But the other 50% is like being able to provide, like to do for others.
Blondie Buddha. We got ourselves a blondie Buddha.
Like my future kids and my my fake wife, and things of that nature. Like so I think it's a little bit different because maybe it's different for a woman, maybe. But there is a part of me where like half of what I do is
got a close eye on the. I wish I had eyes in the back of my head, dude. Right now he's drinking and eating, so I'm paying close attention to what he's doing. Make sure he doesn't freaking eat that freaking pad. Only got 3 left.
literally for other people.
the replacements don't get here till tomorrow.
People in the reality of it all. So there is like, let's not take this too literal.
Good
all right?
boy, man. Good boy. Peed. Yeah,
You know, but most people
then
get
he
ahead in
walked
life
away.
by providing something for other people. That's like the
Always
most
walk
successful
away,
people
bro.
ever. And usually the happiest people too. Like having a reason. Just throwing that out there. Just like in case we're taking this, you know, sometimes we like see a blonde and we just go, yeah, what?
You need to put people in their
Hold up. Hey, buddy. Hey, crate. 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 Don't be lounging on that pad, dude. That's where the temptation comes. He lays on it and then he's like, this smells like me and it's soft. Let me start nibbling.
place immediately.
Hey.
Immediately. If someone
I'll be right back.
disrespects you and you laugh it off, you just trained them. Haha, yeah, so funny. I'm not going to take it too seriously. Why would you do that? You just told them that they can do that again.
I've been there. I spoke about that slightly earlier. Literally just described. I had to get myself out of that later 20s. It's about 30-ish. Yeah, that was no more. That's the old Jack. What'd you say? Like now I was like, nah, I'm gonna command a little respect. It was a learning curve, but it can be done. I was on the money though.
Trained them that you tolerated it. You become what you tolerate. Your life is a direct reflection of what you tolerate. So why are you tolerating disrespect from people? Why are you tolerating people using you? Why are you tolerating people?
Yeah, why? All right, he just peed, so he should be good for a little bit. Oh, look at him. Look at his cute little face. He's so cute. All right. Sorry, guys.
Going behind your back and trying to sabotage your whole life. Why are you tolerating it? Seriously, why? Because you're too scared of someone being upset with you if you speak up?
Yo, Matt, what's up, dude? Duder 420, just hopped on Discord. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, I told you I'd do it, man. I will chat here when I can today, juggling some work tasks too. Nice, dude. Nice, bro. Yeah, but yeah. Let me know if you got any ideas for like additional like channels in there or what have you to, you know, to spruce it up a bit, make it more homey for you guys. Yeah, what's up, FIFO? What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? Yo, bro, stop licking the desk, bro. It's a $900 desk. It's carbon fiber, bro.
Nah, because the nice guy syndrome, speaking from a dude's perspective here, but probably goes for women too. We don't like confrontation.
Yeah,
We want to keep the peace.
It's not fun.
You know, it's just easier. It's easier when everyone's happy, except for me. You know, I joke about it now.
Heck yeah, Ron. They should.
But that's the truth. We don't want the confrontation.
Oh, man.
When the truth is right when it started bothering you, that's the time. That was the time to deal with it. Setting yourself a time limit. I'm gonna put up this for about another 7 days, and it's done. You know, like thinking about it first, then addressing it. But the nice guy who's not trying to be mean or ever kind of not tolerate this crap anymore, it will put it off forever.
The fuck is that shit?
And then one day you explode.
Oh, he had like gooey pieces of freaking what the heck? Bro. What the hell? So I gotta clean your mouth, bro. Hold up. Hold on, bro. Hold on. That's gross, dude. Dang, dude. Oh, bro had freaking dog food on his mouth and he got it on my shirt. That was gross. I thought you. Yeah, never mind. All right, where were we? Where were we? All right, we got 40 people in the stream. I want people to give me some likes on the YouTube side and join the Discord if you haven't already. The Discord link is down below to join that. The invite link is right there. Also, once again, stop licking me. That's gross. If you haven't followed me on Kick, go ahead and follow me on the Kick side. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, sorry to do this with a dog. There we go. There we go, guys. Go follow me on Kick if you haven't already. Support me there. Because Kick is where it's at, dude. Kick is the shit. Can you kick it? Yes, you can. Got 8 people over on the Kick side. We got 39, 40 people on the YouTube side. We'd love to see everybody on the YouTube side, on the Kick side. That would be awesome, right? That would be freaking awesome. That would make my day.
Tell me I'm crazy.
You're really too scared that someone else that's doing you wrong isn't gonna like you because you are not okay with something they're doing to you?
Not to mention, it turns out if you just address it, there's a high probability they'll go, yeah, you're right. My bad.
Not bad, yo.
And if they can't acknowledge it and they're like, point the finger back at you, then you go, all right, I think I'm going to keep this guy way over here, or this gal or this person. But it turns out, majority of the time,
hey, Lisa.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Yo, what's up, Lisa? How you doing? How you doing? Hey, Lisa, I have a Discord down below if you want to join it.
Yeah. It's like it's trippy, dude, just in case you need to hear this. All right, just in case. But maybe my elders are watching this going, these young people, they're learning.
You know how insane that is? I used to think like that, you know? I really, really used to think like that. And thank God I changed. People always will repeat whatever it is you tolerate. And sometimes all you need to do is say one thing. That was disrespectful. That's not going to work for me. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. And walk away. Walk away. A lot of people are going to say, oh, that's so mean. That's mean. Good. Good. Good.
Oh, heck yeah.
Me not tolerating disrespect and choosing a happier, healthier.
Pudgy says thank you. Thank you. All right.
Your life for myself is mean, then I guess I'm freaking mean, and you should be mean too. It's so funny because usually if you speak up to.
Well, the other side of the coin's true too. You know, like the nice guy, not really noticing how walked on you may be or have been. No. It's the same thing with the person, the user. The abuser, not literally abuse, but like the taker. Give me. That person, they usually don't know they're that person.
Mm-hmm.
That's the messed up part.
Yeah,
so you got two people not even realizing. Now, usually you know you're the nice guy who gets walked over, and usually you know if you're a dick. Usually you know.
That's kind of funny. Like a lot of times guys do know that. They know if they're the nice guy, but the other people, they don't know that they're a-holes.
If you're really selfish and actually mean, you know, those people I think have more of a harder life more than not. Like usually the nice guy finishes on top. You know, the good person usually gets ahead. Like yeah, I guess evil people, they make it a few.
Dude, sociopaths do really well climbing the corporate ladder. They honestly do, or in politics. So it's a lot of malevolent people that really do get ahead because they're willing to do anything, right? They will steamroll the good person to get their job and to surpass them and even get them fired.
Few of them, but most people who suck generally end up with pretty not great circumstances.
All right, buddy.
So, if that makes you feel any better.
Watch how fast their behavior changes when you put your foot down and you say, no more. No more. You need to be so clear about the way you want other people to treat you. by directly showing them what you're not going to tolerate. Stop allowing things to happen, oh, just this once. Okay, just this one time. This is the last time. He's just stressed. She's going through a rough time right now. She didn't mean it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I could be going through the most rough time in my life, and I would not disrespect someone and go out of my way who's done to someone who's done nothing wrong to me and make them feel bad just because I'm having a rough time. That is so lazy.
The truth is, before I go in the comment section,
Ugh, god dang it.
most people are exactly the way they are. Very few people change. And I did something recently in the last few months where I quit swearing. I might swear once in a while if I'm pissed. It might seem small to you, but as a 36-year-old dude who swore like a sailor, just go back 4 months in this channel, just watch a video. I couldn't even help it.
Hey.
That's how much I swore. I wanted to be like,
Hey, great. Get out there. I told you no. Yeah, no. Don't do that. This guy.
I know I could fix that. But there's a lot of parts of me where this is just how I am. I'm always going to be nice. I just am. I care. I care about people. I like doing that. It gives me joy helping people out. But I've limited that, right? I don't allow people to walk all over me anymore, right? So there are these things you can change, but in reality, the base of me, there's really no changing that. This is who I am. I could change some things here and there, sure. Small things, even some hard things you can change, absolutely.
Absolutely.
But when people suck, just kind of users, generally they're going to be exactly that. Someone who's always lying to you. I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Never do it. It's safe to say this is how they are. And this is probably how they always will be. It sucks, but you need to hear that. He's going to change. Probably not.
No.
You can't change his entire ecosystem. Change some things, sure. You'll work out more, lose weight. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, some vanity, some things regarding vanity. FIFO was on college. Went there to say hi to some friends. Was full of crying women outside, but inside was full of guys working. Listen, was it crying woman or one crying woman or crying women? Full of guys working on the inside, listening to heavy metal at the workshop. Like what I see, Zoom guys are focused AF. Nice. You know what I meant? You know what I meant at the door? College claiming rights. Oh yeah, all the women with the blue hair tapping the entrance, but inside we're we're all doing their stuff. Yeah, dude. The guys are inside being productive, just being chill. Right. Oh, he's taking a dump now. Just doing their thing. Hold on. Let me get ahead of this one, so I don't have to freaking. All right, go on. You did your deed. Go on. All right. Get rid of this before it starts to stink. BRB. Jesus, dude. Dude, I'm getting sick of smelling this smell, dude. I can't wait for him to be trained and go outside. Holy macaroni, dude. All right. Thank you for your patience. Anyways, yeah, freaking puppy duty, man. It's a full-time job. I do more of that than I do of this. Freaking A. Golly. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to find these higher class people out here, right? Freaking A, man.
Of course. That's a hard one to kind of accept. You know, that's a tough one.
JJ. All right, yeah. I'm gonna crank that. I'm gonna make that bigger, dude. I appreciate that, dude. Thanks for the hype, bro. I'm gonna make that bigger so it can be easier to see. Yeah, we're gonna crank that to 75. We're gonna crank it to the max, dude. We're cranking the size of all those announcements to the max, dude. Just refining the stream, man. Just making it a little bit better and better each and every time. Progress, not perfection. The heck is this shit? 5 alert variants, 100. Yeah, I know. I'm not paying for that, bro. All right, we're gonna do max on that bad boy. All right, we'll just play this one.
And we've all have these people in our lives where you want them, like, you know, sometimes we accept them for exactly who they are, and that's cool. That's cool. Like my father was a funny guy, great dad, but he was a real piece of work. He was just never took responsibility for the dirt he did, and he would screw you over any chance he could for selfish gain. And I did cut him out of my life at one point, but I took him back in because I loved him, but I accepted him for who he was. And I knew this guy's never going to change. He will always be a cocksucker.
Jesus.
Dickhead. Excuse my language, but that was the truth. There's no changing this guy. And I think that's most people, you know.
All right, we got 8 people still on the Kick side, 31 people on the YouTube side. So yeah, if you haven't already joined the Kick, yeah, get over there. Shift over from YouTube to Kick. The more, the merrier. So we'll love to transition everybody over to that side. And it makes it a lot easier because then eventually I'll just have just the one chat to look at, so I can focus on all you guys. I won't have to toggle back and forth to 2 different chats. I can have just one big amazing community right there on Kick for the live streams, and then y'all can enjoy my content on the YouTubes, right? That's the dream. All right, that's my American dream. Okay, it's huge. It's a huge dream. I understand.
Inherently good. You could just throwing that out there because I've suffered the nice guy syndrome. I have, just bending over backwards and doing backflips for people. Every recovering people pleaser needs to hear this. Yep, 1000%. Being kind without boundaries and having standards is horrible. Yeah. Sometimes it's not about being mean. It's about protecting your energy and choosing quality people. Boundaries over bitterness. I think it's a little different for men and women slightly, but not really. It's kind of boils down. It's all kind of the same almost, you know? It's their job to fix their own life. It's their job to pick themselves up, not to drag them down with you. Amen, sister. I've been Captain Save-A, bro, and it never worked out. Not once. They had to do it them damn selves. It's like the poor parent who's trying to like do the right by their kid and keep them housed, and the kid just never tries. But you keep letting them never try. You know, people do that with friends. That's a hard one. It's a hard one. I mean with intention.
That's what she said. Heck yeah. Freaking dog food, man. Dog food his dog food ain't that bad. Price wise. I mean, it could be better, but it's not a bank breaker by any stretch.
I'm chill until challenged. Yeah, I'm nice, but don't mess with me, dude.
Don't mess with me.
Cut it out. I'm so sick of people being bitter and mean to me, and then I match the energy, and then I'm the bad person, apparently. Yeah, sometimes like people who do just suck, you're just gonna end up arguing with them. So it's almost a silence, just silence, and you just don't say nothing. Just a quick, like someone insults you, you just go, sure.
Yeah, dude. Or being like, are you okay? Or no, the best thing if somebody insults you like in person is to say, sorry, what was that? Can you repeat that? Or you just act like you didn't hear it? Because then they look like an idiot having to like, yeah, just it completely diffuses the whole thing.
Oh yeah. That one's like the best one. It's just because no matter what you say to them, sometimes it's like they're always right, even if they're really wrong.
Oh yeah.
Only a manipulator will convince you that it's mean. Wait, that this is mean. I had to learn to be okay with being labeled as that. It's like, yeah, you refuse to help somebody when you always help them. Now you're the dickhead. I've been there. That's a fun one.
Oh yeah.
When I started being mean, people started fearing me. Oh no, help! Oh no, she's here. Don't look at her. I'm not shy. I just don't like you. Being mean is a need to survive in the gen. All right. I think I've heard enough. I'll leave the link to Gracie Draskevich.
That's not that hard, dude. Gracie Draskevich. All right, cool. That was fun. All right, now let's move on to some John Griffin 2.0, right? Life 2.0. Love this guy.
His wife criticized him at every single turn. She was the ultimate backseat driver, the worst co-pilot you could ever want, constantly on his back.
Exactly, yeah. Somebody insults you, you say, hey, what? Can you say that? Could you say that again?
Giving him directions, telling him he was going the wrong way, telling him he was going too fast, too slow. She just hated everything about the way he was driving. This went on for years, this criticism, this judgment, this constant nagging. And he finally said, screw it, you drive. And from that point forward, she took the wheel. Now, if I was making a movie about their marriage, this would be the moment of foreshadowing right here. Because this is the moment when his marriage came to an end. He did not realize it then, and it took 5 years for it to finally come to full fruition. But it was at that moment when he metaphorically turned over the wheel to her that everything went to shit. So today, I want to talk to you guys about why relationships turn to shit. Why everything we've been told about what we should do and how we should treat women inevitably sabotages us and causes us to make decisions that we think in the moment are in everyone's best interest, but actually turn out to be the thing that trips us up, the thing that causes the demise of our relationship. This is Life 2.0. Let's talk about it.
Oh yeah.
Imagine for a moment that you're sailing a ship across the Pacific, like one of those big giant sailboats you see on YouTube so often. And these cute couples, they're out there going to survive the Pacific Ocean. And your sweetie says, hey, do you mind if I take the wheel for a bit? And after thinking about it, you go, why not? It's a beautiful sunny day. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? So you say, yeah, go ahead, babe. You drive for a bit.
What does him being loaded and growing up in Hawaii have to do with anything? He can't help that.
And she takes the helm, and she's standing there, smiling, looking so happy on the outside. But on the inside, there's a part of her that's thinking, what the fuck am I doing behind the wheel of this boat? I have no idea what I am doing. Because you see, her asking if she can take the helm is a test. She wants to know if you've got the...
Yeah, he really does put thought into his videos. I like his drone footage. Like he does that B-roll drone footage with him and his 3 dogs. Walking past the creek. Yeah, dude, I love it.
Balls to protect her from her worst enemy, and that is herself. Her ability to make really, really bad decisions.
Oh, he's only got 2 of them today.
The last thing that a woman really wants deep down inside is to be in control of the relationship. But we men believe that when they ask, that we're creating space, that we're being equanimous. Is that a word? We're buying into the whole equality thing. We're like, of course you can have control. Why wouldn't I trust you, the person that I love more than anyone in the world? Why wouldn't I completely turn over all of my my assets, all of my treasured secrets, everything? Just turn them all over to you and let you guide the ship. Let you be the person that decides where this relationship is going.
Yeah, bad idea, dude. Oh, hell no. Hell no to the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Oh. Here's the thing, dude. It's emasculating and just cringe to see a guy being driven by his wife or his girlfriend, right? For the woman to be driving him, he's in the passenger seat. Same goes for relationships, man. If you are dating a woman, if you are married to a woman, oh yeah, hell yeah, dude. Got the hell yeah from JJ Rincon. So, yeah, you are the one in the driver's seat in the relationship. That's the way it's supposed to be. She'll respect you for it. You'll respect yourself for it. And you will also be the one in the driver's seat, literally in the car. Okay? Never, ever have your wife drive you or your girlfriend drive you. It's bad luck, dude. It's bad luck. Okay? But it's best to have her life in your hands than your life in her hands. Am I right?
So women will tell you this is what they want. They will tell you that they feel like they can handle this. And of course, a lot of this comes from feminism, pumping this crap into women's minds that they are the same as men. But there's an incredibly important difference.
Oh, yeah.
Let me couch this just for a second. I'm going to back off just a second. So there are some women who can fill roles of men. There are some UFC.
Some women, not all women, but many.
Female fighters. And I would not want to get into the ring with any of them. You know what I mean? But they are the anomaly. They are not the average woman. There are some women who would be super fighter pilots. Again, you know, this is an elite, small percentage of women. This is not something that most women can do. Soldiers on the front line, all that stuff. Women in leadership roles. The reason why there are not more women in leadership roles is because leadership roles and women are not in alignment.
Nope.
Most of the time. Now, there are times when they are. There are times when some women can do it and do it really well. But
not often.
On average, this is not something that women thrive at. But for whatever reason, feminism has pumped this idea not only into their minds, but into our minds that they can do it. And any one of them can do it. If one can do it, they can all do it.
Yep.
And so putting them into a leadership role in your relationship is a sure way to end your relationship. I got a first-hand lesson in this experience a long, long time ago, long before I even realized what I was observing. I had taken my daughter to Target, and I don't want to give away too much information here, but she used to dress like a princess. Like she had all the tiara and the taffeta and the shoes, and she was all made up. She was just a princess. Like she just walked out of Disney World. I mean, it was unreal. She dressed like this all the time. You know, and we thought it was cute. We thought it was cute, but it was probably not healthy. You know, it was not a healthy presentation. Anyway, so we're at Target, and of course, as luck would have it, we walk by the toy department, and she goes down that aisle, you know, and she grabs some piece of crap toy that she wants, and I just say no.
Nope.
And I could tell there was something going on in her little brain. I could tell that she was trying to process exactly what her next move was going to be. It was like the wheels were turning. And then I saw her face slowly scrunch
Yeah, it's rough out here, dude. Hella rough.
up and start to crocodile tears cry. You know what I mean? Like she was pretending to cry. She was making noise and she was scrunching up her face like she was crying, but there were no tears coming out. Like she was acting out crying. She was acting out crying, the whole thing. And I just stood there and watched. And this went on for like a minute or two. And she's escalating it. And she looked up at me midway through this process and saw that I wasn't budging. I was still just standing there, just kind of looking at her, half smiling, I think, because I could see what she was doing. And then when she noticed that I wasn't changing my mind, or I wasn't grabbing the toy or whatever, I wasn't reacting to her behavior, she took it up a notch. I mean, the octave went higher, the volume went up, the screaming went up. I'm surprised we didn't have security there. You know what I mean? Because it sounded like she was being killed. It really did. It sounded like someone was killing her. Eventually, I just picked her up and we left, you know, and she was fine in the car, you know. I told her, I said, look, when I say no, I mean no. That's all there is to it. This is the lesson that I should have taken forward into my relationship. I should have applied this to all relationships with all women. Because the truth of the matter is, that magic word, no, is the critical element that's required for a man to maintain.
If she crying, she lying.
Not only his boundaries, but his leadership role in the relationship. Too oftentimes, men will say yes, either because A, we're lazy and we just don't want to deal with the issue, whatever it may be in that moment, or B, we think we're trying to be the good guy. We're trying to be the guy that women like. We don't want to be the bad guy. We don't want to be the ogre. We don't want to be part of the patriarchy, God forbid. You know, we want to be the guy that all the girls, all the women say, yeah, he's such a good guy. He's such a good.
The girl all the bad guys want, or he's the how does it go? She's the girl. Oh yeah, she's the girl all the bad guys want. That's never mind.
Guy. Well, that good guyness is going to result in your relationships all failing, because the minute you give in, and I'm not saying you don't say yes to stuff. I'm just saying that when you start to compromise on your values and what you know is right, and you let people cross your boundaries, well, then you have lost yourself. You become.
Yeah, if she's crying like that, she's trying to get out of something. She's been caught. She's manipulating the situation because she understands that when women cry, that people stop and they take that seriously. So, hey, what'd I tell you? Yeah, that's right. Oh, God, bro. To the crate. Thank you. This guy, I swear he's trying to get away with it every 2 seconds.
Part of the problem. You become.
Not today.
The cause of the problem. Yeah, women are going to behave the way women behave, but it's the way we respond to them that determines the outcome of our relationships.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because we live in the era of microwave ovens and jet airplanes and, you know, porn, we think that everything has always been like this, you know, that there has always been a police force, that there's always been laws, that there have always been ways of enforcing our values on society, that women had some.
Yeah, the world used to be such a better place. It did. The architecture was better. There were the roles were where they should be, right? Men were doing what they were supposed to do. Women were doing what they were supposed to do. Yeah, nothing's ever been perfect. There's never been a utopia, but yeah, we're pretty far away from utopia now, man. We are so dystopian. It's unreal.
Some level of protection.
Hey!
And they didn't for the vast majority of
right.
humanity. I think that recently some scientists found some bones that go back over 300,000 years, that there were humanoids. They used to think we were only around for 50,000, then it was 100,000. Now they're taking it back over 300,000 years. They found a skull.
Yeah, that's exactly how women see the good guy or the nice guy. It's like, oh, this is a guy that's easy to manipulate. I can garner resources from him with just crying or saying something a certain way or looking at him a particular way. Anything but actually I can friend zone him and still get things out of him, right? As if he were a boyfriend, but I don't actually have to be a girlfriend. I can go ahead and, get with the bad boy, but still, it's a 2-for-1 kind of thing. Buy one, get one free arrangement. Yeah, easy manipulate. They're always available, right? He's always going to be a text away. And when she's bored, whenever Chad's not around, right? Chad or Tyrone. Well, we'll have Benjamin come over, right? We'll have Ben come over. Ben can come over and he can be my gal pal, basically. Yeah, my emotional tampon, right? Don't ever be the emotional tampon guy. Don't ever be that guy. You're a loser if you're that guy. Don't be him. Don't be him. All right. Nobody likes that guy. Nobody. No women like that guy. No dudes like that guy. And yeah, it's not to say that guy can't change, but I don't know. A lot of those guys don't. They remain walking doormats for people, and then they wonder why they get treated like horribly by people, and they're not liked. Right? It's just, dude. Are you kidding me? You know exactly why. I don't know what it is. They have this Stockholm syndrome or something. Can somebody please explain to me why there are men like that stay in that? They don't stop. It's as if it's like they're cucks. They're addicted to the chair or something. They're addicted to that Motel 6 chair. They want to be there. Just watching all the things that they truly want but can never have because they're always in the chair. They put themselves in the chair, right? You placed yourself there. You're your own worst enemy. No one here did this to you. You did this to you. Yeah, sure. Somebody may have burned you, and then it altered the way that you see yourself. Yeah. Well, welcome to the club, bro. Welcome to the club. I didn't go sit in the cuck chair. A lot of us didn't. Okay, so don't get mad at us just because we're not living your horrible reality. We decided to respect ourselves, right? And to really understand exactly, the difference between what women say they want, what they think they want, and what they actually respond to. It's not that hard. It isn't.
Of a human from over 300,000 years ago. That's a long time. That's a very long time. The last 50 or 60 years in comparison to that is 0.00005%. You know what I mean? It's such a tiny, tiny little sliver. Civilization has only been around for about 6,000 years, to the best of our knowledge, Still, just a sliver of that 300,000. So, women are weaker physically than men, and they always have been. They have always been, to some degree, dependent on men to protect and provide for them. Period. That has always been the way it is.
Mystery Pockets, that was you? Well, I'm glad you said was. See? It's possible to get out of that. You had no good father figures is what caused it? Yeah, dude, that'll do it. I didn't have a good father figure either. My dad was super physically abusive and had anger issues and yelled and could not regulate his emotions at all. So, and it's a wonder he didn't completely destroy his whole family. Like, my mom should have left him, but she didn't. I don't know what she was thinking, but she enabled the whole thing. And yeah, that messed me up. Not having a good father, one that I was afraid of. Yeah, that'll do it. That will destroy your self-confidence and how you view yourself, and you will be just this timid shell of a person, and that's a huge reason why individuation is so important, because it created all of these masks that I wore to protect myself and to be accepted by my father and my family and all of the people in school. And right, hey, Ghetto. Oh, I got to get him on his crate. Bro is, he's testing my patience.
This is not patriarchy. This is not, toxic masculinity. This is not misogyny. This is history. This is anthropology. This is the way things have always been. It's always been like that. So down deep inside, in our DNA, at the most primal levels of our consciousness, there is a survival instinct that is always working. It is always on. Just like with the dogs, just like with the wild animals out in the forest.
Dude, I gotta get my dog as well trained as Loki, like Levi Nix's dog, man. Where he just you say place and he stays there and he doesn't. Yeah, he's very obedient. My dog is not obedient because he's a puppy, so you know there's grace there. But man, it's hot and I've been dealing with his disobedience nonstop. So I'm so tempted just to have him boarded for a day just so I could get a break from him, honestly, dude. Oh my gosh, or like give him to a friend for a day. I'm like, dude, here, just take him, please. I didn't have to pay my friend because he's so adorable. They're like, oh my God, I'll do it for free.
That survival instinct is always working. It's always looking for threats, always looking for potential.
He's a total chick magnet too. Oh my gosh, the amount of hot women that approach me to pet him and like, oh my God, what's his name? He's so cute. Oh my gosh, where'd you get him? How old is he? He's so fresh. I'm like, oh Jesus. Yes, he's fresh out the oven. He looks like a freaking potato or like a loaf of bread. That's what a lot of people, they're like, hey, it looks like a freaking loaf of bread.
Problems. We're always scanning the horizon for things that might go wrong.
Yep.
Women, modern women, are doing the same thing every day.
Yep.
They're watching to see if you are going to be the kind of man that can provide and protect for them all the time.
Hey.
And as part of that, they need to know that you are not going to abandon your role as provider and protector by turning over the wheel to her. Because she doesn't trust herself to do what needs to be done. She knows that she's smaller, she's weaker, and she is not as capable as you in many, many, many ways. And if she is going to trust that you are going to take care of her and potentially her young, she wants to know that you are going to make good decisions. And if she bats her eyes at you or drops a few tears and you give her control in your relationship, then you are betraying that role of the leader in this relationship. And the minute you betray that role, you have triggered something in her, because now she, that primal, fundamental process in her brain is thinking, uh-oh, now I'm in charge. Now what happens? Every woman I've ever had an in-depth relationship with has shared some of the internal workings of their brains with me and how they feel, especially under stressful circumstances when things get really tough in their lives. It started off when I was in high school with my high school sweetheart. We dated for a couple of years. You know, we had a very intense, intimate relationship. It was my first getting to know women kind of experience. I mean, I had kissed girls, touched girls, done all that fun stuff when I was a teenager. But she was the first young woman. She was 17 when we.
Oh yeah, dude, he's total pickup prop. My gosh, dude. Yeah, he's total babe magnet, bro. Total babe magnet. Like any dude out there that has a hard time picking up chicks, just get a cute dog, man. Just get a puppy. Just get a puppy, man.
We met that really kind of let me into her world. And every woman since her have reaffirmed these concepts in my mind. There's chaos in their heads. They know there's chaos in their heads. They realize that when their menstrual cycle hits, that they lose control of their emotions, that they can become unpredictable. They know that on some deep level that they don't trust themselves under lots of different circumstances. They have a really, really hard time trusting themselves. This is like the inferiority complex I mentioned before. It's there deep within them. Now, this is not something that they consciously think of. They're not having these thoughts all the time. They do sometimes. They do face that chaos in their lives from time to time. And I've been told by almost every single woman, like I wish I could let you get inside my head just for a moment so you could see what it's like. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be in there.
No,
I
I'm
don't want to
good.
know what it's like. It sounds like a terrible place. Do not want to be in that life.
I'll take your word for it, man. I ain't going in there. Hell no.
In that brain of yours. I don't want to hear all those conflicting
no.
thoughts going on all the time. But almost every single woman has that experience of chaos in her head. And so at some deep primal level, she does not trust herself. She knows about the hormone swings, she knows about the chaos, she knows that she has a really difficult time focusing from time to time, and then you layer that on with the fact that she's physically not as strong, that leadership is not something that comes naturally to her, and you have created the perfect mixture, the perfect formula for a test, because she knows that she needs you to be the leader in this relationship. She knows that she needs you to be the leader, but she's going to test you to see if you actually can lead. Now, in today's, feminist world, where women are telling each other that they can all do anything that they want, they can all have it all, they can be anything that a man can be, that it's just, we're all just interchangeable parts in a giant machine. It doesn't matter whether it's male or female, that we can all do each other's jobs. This is such bullshit, and it's corrupt, it's corrosive to our society, because it steals not only from men but also from women. By trying to remove those things that make us unique as a gender and then as individuals is just completely screwy. The fundamental underlying formula between men and women, what makes a man and what makes a woman,
it just takes away the color from the world. Feminism just makes everything bland and disgusting, right? It's just... It removes what made the world vibrant. Thanks, Pat. Appreciate that, man. Marriage, yes. Relationships, I'm open to the idea of a relationship. I have a lot of filters for what your question's very on par with the video that we watched prior to this, basically where you set really hard boundaries and have a lot of filters for who you let in your life and who you don't, and what you will tolerate and what you will not. So it's all about those filters, man. The filters that I did not have that got me into the situation that I was in. So
hormones, the chemicals, the physical stature, the brain development, all of it is so different that we are almost different species in many ways, even though 99% of our DNA is very similar or the same. Here's the difference though. 300,000 years of evolution have forced men to take that leadership role, and women have fallen into a comfort zone when a man is in that zone. Feminism has told women that they need to take a leadership role, not only in relationships, but in all areas of their lives. This makes them extremely uncomfortable. This adds a layer of stress that they're not accustomed to. Yeah. And when you add all the other chaos and all the other stresses that go along with being a woman, raising children, the menstrual cycles, the PMS, the menopause, all of the physiological things that we men don't have to deal with, that they have to deal with, that causes their brains to experience chaos. And then you put them in a leadership role on top of it, where now they're psychologically believing that it's up to them to make sure that everything works, that the relationship works. You've given them the wheel, you've handed over the helm. You've said, okay, now baby, you get us to wherever we're going. You're in charge. Yeah, you have just created the perfect environment for your divorce, because she cannot stand that. She cannot stand that. Modern society, the internet, social media have provided women with a whole nother set of chaotic circumstances they need to deal with. Another fear, if you will, that is existential. I mean, it's just as fearful as, the bear at the cave, where they're going to tear her apart. And she needs you to stand between the bear and her.
Well, if he was raised by a single mom who was a feminist, she gonna die.
And that's fear of missing out.
And so is he, unless he just all he has to do is outrun her. So
this, you may think, John, that sounds stupid. That's a meme. Why would fear of missing out be such a significant factor in a woman's life? Well, you have to see it from an existential, from an existence level. She is observing other people's lives that are apparently going much better than hers. And so, as a human being who is living her life and hoping to live a fulfilling, meaningful life, because as far as we know, we only get one life, and of course, all spirituality and religion are basically out the window. these days. So
Yeah.
the only life you get is this one, and so you would better make it a good one. And they're seeing other people living better than them. It becomes existential to her. Like she's not living the life that she should be living. She's not getting what she deserves. She's not living the life that she has to live. And so her chaotic brain, with all those hormones flowing, is thinking, I need that. I need that trip to Paris. I need to go to Bali. I need that dress. I need that handbag. I need to drive that car. I need to live in that neighborhood. I need. And this craziness that's going on, this chaos that's going on in her head is running 24/7 because she's being confronted with all of these images all the time. Even if she doesn't recognize that it's happening in the moment, at a subconscious level, it's happening all the time. I think it happens to men too. I think there's lots and lots of men who fall into the same trap. It's not just women that fall into this, but men do too. They think that this is existential. They think that all this crap that's going on in the world that someone else is experiencing in some way threatens their ability to have a fulfilling life. And of course, that is just not true. But for women, it is a much more significant threat.
Oh, yeah.
And what a woman needs from a man in a relationship is the belief, is the reassurance, is the opportunity to feel safe and fulfilled in her own life. That's what a man in a solid leadership role who is expressing healthy masculinity can provide to a woman that a woman cannot provide to herself. That's it in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to provide this, being able to be that man is not.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, dude, his drone work. We were talking about that earlier. Yeah. He's got some good B-roll for sure.
Not something that men today have been taught.
Hey!
Because today's men have been
That's
taught
right. No.
by feminists, by women, by what it means that they think on the surface that women want, that what girls want. You know, the way we should be.
I know what guys want. I know what. Yeah.
Treating them, the way we should be giving them stuff, the way we should be seducing them, the way we should be trying to facilitate their every desire and need in order for them to be happy. And all that information.
Oh, damn, bro. He just like, did this like. He just talk shit to me just now. It's funny.
Appears to be
He was like, what? And he went and go plopped his ass down in the sunshine.
correct on one level, on the surface. But underneath, where things really matter, where the actual workings of the female engine occur, that's exactly the opposite of what you should be doing. When you give in, when you start coughing up all of her needs for fear of missing out to satisfy that, what you're doing is you're just feeding a monster that's just going to want more and more and more. And eventually, she's going to exhaust your ability to give. Mm-hmm. And the frustration from her at a very deep level is that she's not going to feel any more fulfillment from any of these things. Like she cannot be fulfilled by them because they are not in and of themselves fulfilling. None of the things that you can buy her, none of the trips that you can take her on, nothing is going to fulfill her. She's always going to want more.
Nothing. Always. She will be insatiable, bro.
More. She's going to want the bigger house, the more expensive car, the better handbag. I mean, it's going to be one thing after another, after another, after another. And so you are going to be you're going to be the little hamster on the hedonic treadmill that's just keeping this thing spinning so that she can be happy. And it's never going to work. It's a fool's errand. You're never going to achieve anything. The only thing that you can do under these circumstances is say no. But do it in a way that makes her feel safe and loved.
Oh my God.
Good luck with that. It's hard. It's hard. But that's the only path you have forward to. That's the only rational way that you can do this stuff. It's the only rational way that you can have a health.
I gotta get him food. Hey. I got you, bro. Whoa, you're out of water. Yeah, you're gonna need some more of that, bro. I got you. Drinking water, like, I gotta get you a bigger bowl, man. There you go. There you go. There you go, bro. One up. What? What's up? What's up, man? What's this? No. Do this. No. What's this? What is that? No, it's a no. Mark at me. Man, he's always so feisty at this time of day. I wish he'd be chill. God, he needs to take a nap, dude.
The relationship with a woman.
Oh, you can't watch Kick at work? That's lame, dude. That's so lame. It's nice to see you, Sarah. Nice to see you.
There are 3 critical skills that every
Why not Kick? Is it just because there's so much freedom on there? Well, people are just saying anything and everything. I guess there's less guardrails for it's easier to hear some out of pocket stuff.
man needs in order to have a healthy, meaningful, successful relationship with a woman. First, leadership. But here's the trick, is you have to be able to lead without her feeling like she is being placed in a submissive position. So you need to lead from a place of generosity, like understanding that your leadership role is not one of dominance. It's not one.
Right. It's not what feminism says. It's not about dominating or anything like that at all. It's out of love.
A patriarchy. It's not one of control. It's a way of setting the agenda. Leadership is setting the agenda.
Exactly. Right. It's just, I don't understand why it's just, there are a lot of women, they will submit to their bosses, but they won't submit to their husbands. It makes no sense. You're completely fine submitting to a guy that can your ass at any given point. But the guy that you love, right? The guy that you vowed to spend the rest of your life with, it's oppressive to submit to his authority. Are you kidding me? See, that's the lie that feminism sold. And yeah, a lot of women didn't buy it, but a lot of them did. And then a lot of the feminists, they silenced those women, right? Because they wanted those agendas to go forth. Because like I said yesterday, it was the in 1848 with like Seneca Falls and the Declaration of Sentiments that came out the same year. 1848 came out the same year as the Communist Manifesto. Coincidence? I think not.
And creating the lifestyle
BRB.
that you're going to be experiencing, and setting the goals, helping set the destination for where this organization, this relationship is going. These are the technical skills that are important in relationships. The next thing you're going to have to have is the ability to say no. And you're going to have to be able to say no without offending. Now, there are going to be times when you're going to say no, and just like with my daughter at Target, you're going to get a tantrum. You're going to get crying, you're going to get kicking and screaming and upsetness, and she's going to be angry with you, and she's going to be emotionally pissed. She's going to be pissed when you say no about something that she really, really wants. And you're going to have to hold your ground. You have to stand your ground, because if you give way under those circumstances, then she will know at a very deep subconscious level that she can control you, that she can up the ante by becoming more and more emotional.
That stuffed squirrel squeaker,
and
man.
she will be able to control you.
That's hilarious, dude. Oh gosh, makes me think of Toy Story with that squeaky or whatever the frick. He got his squeaker like knocked down his throat or something.
And the minute she knows that she can control you is the minute that your relationship starts to die. That's where the foreshadowing from the movie begins. The movie.
Oh, it just won't load. Oh, the Wi-Fi is not strong enough. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
About your divorce starts when you give in. That's what happens. And finally, you have to have strong boundaries.
They'll only bow to the money. Yeah, dude. Straight up, man. But that's what you're giving them, right? You're giving them money, essentially. You're giving them a place to live for free. Yeah, they get to use your credit card, whatever. I don't know. Like, each situation's different, but they get money. If anything, they get more. They're off the freaking grid, like Bill Burr talked about when he didn't suck, right? You're off the freaking grid. Any job that you can do in your pajamas, that's an awesome job, and it's not a hard job, right? Like, who wouldn't want to watch a bunch of cute rugrats running around the backyard and stuff, and then, you know, making like noodle necklaces and all these arts and crafts, dude? Like, come on, man. Shaping lives, raising your cute children. It's the propaganda that went into talking women out of that and into the cubicle it's wild. And yeah, Edward Bernays and all those guys, Jesus, man, freaking geniuses at human psychology and human behavior.
And I probably should have put this as number 2, but the boundaries are your values and things that you will not allow into your life. And let me be clear about what I mean about a boundary, is this is not about forcing someone else to behave in a particular way. This is about just making it clear what behaviors you're allowing into your life.
Exactly, yeah. This is what I tolerate, this is what I don't. If you don't like that, here's the door. Easy peasy.
And when someone crosses that line by behaving in ways that are not acceptable to you, then you just remove yourself from that relationship, from that situation. You just walk away. So if she crosses your boundaries repeatedly, then you must be willing to walk away. You must be willing to do that. If you don't, if she pushes you on your boundaries and you cave on your boundaries, again, it's weakness. And that weakness signals.
Yeah, I mean, one of Dave Chappelle's, I think it was from like 2017, 2018 when he came back. He was talking about like gay marriage, and he basically said he was trying to talk these like gay dudes into not getting married. He said, I don't think you should do it. He's like, it has nothing to do with you being gay. He's like, I'm just being honest. Like, devoid of religious significance or the idea of love, marriage is nothing but an awful contract you shouldn't sign, because you start out loving each other, and then like 2 years later, you're just building a case against one another for a hypothetical court date that may or may not ever happen. That's marriage, dude. That's marriage. I'm good.
The end of the marriage, the end of the relationship. And I don't think most men understand just how significant giving in under these circumstances actually is, how it actually foreshadows the end of their marriage. Yeah. Because if they knew this, they would stand their ground. They would understand that you need to be firm when it comes to certain issues. Now, you can't take everything in the world, every issue in the world, and turn it into, you know, a fight or flight kind of situation. Right. You need to be able to pick your fights, you know, correctly. I mean, don't make it about stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like, well, we're having pizza tonight. That's my fucking boundary, man. Like,
there's no saying no to that. Pizza, cheese pizza.
No, that's not something you lay down the gauntlet for. That's not an issue.
No pepperoni.
That you die on that hill for. No, but you know, if she's spending way too much time going to you know, music festivals or bars with her friends, and you don't feel comfortable with that, then
yeah, don't ever let her do that. That right there, that's a if you want to go to bars and clubs with your friends, then we're not going to date. We're not let alone get married. Shoot. Yeah, this is not going to work. That kind of woman, no, because chances are that's the woman that's also glued to her phone, that's on social media constantly. So she's out and about, and she's probably getting hit up by other dudes, right? She's talking to other dudes at the bar, getting their numbers. Oh yeah, dude, it happens all the freaking time. And then you're just at home being like, just playing video games or just like twiddling your thumbs, like just waiting. You're like, oh my god, I can't wait till she gets home. I got the surprise for her. I sprinkled rose petals all over the bed. Ooh, I lit candles. So after she has fun with her gal pals, right? Just having some good old clean fun, some traditional wife fun. Give me a break, dude. Give me a break. Give me a break, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Then maybe that becomes a boundary. You know what I mean? Or if she is belittling you or is treating you with disdain, she's starting to be cynical, or she's sarcastic, or you have...
Thank you, JJ. I appreciate the hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. James behind you, bro. Bad pup. I know, man. Dude, he is... Oh my god, dude. Yeah, he's like a werewolf, man. But it's not a full moon. It's just the moment that I start doing shit, that's when he's like, all right, I'm gonna act up. Yeah, he always up to no good, man. But it's just so cute, dude. But yeah, that cute factor, that novelty is really wearing off on me.
You're feeling uncomfortable with the way she's communicating with you on certain issues. Her criticism, her judgment
As long as he's freaking biting the shit out of the toy squirrel and not his pee pad, I'm cool with that.
is all just a little too much. Then you need to inform her. You say, look, I don't allow that kind of behavior in my life. I can't allow you to talk to me that way. Like, you must treat me with respect. We can disagree, but you must be respectful, and I will be respectful of you, but I will not allow other people to treat me with no respect. And I think you have to remember that. It's a...
Oh yeah. Any contract that involves the government, yeah, that third party, right? Hell no.
And this is about responding to him and not reacting. Like, you can't be reactive. You can't fly off the handle. You can't be an asshole. You can't just lose your temper and say, that's my boundary. That's bullshit. That's you not being collected. That's not you being a good leader. You've got to be a good leader. You've got to have...
Being a good leader, you gotta regulate your emotions, all of them, and keep your shit together. Women do not respect a guy that can't regulate his emotions. If he flips out, right? Women don't like emotional men. They don't like desperate men, because those men are unsafe. They're not the ones that are going to protect them, right? When shit hits the fan, when they need them the most, not going to happen. That's why they will not have sex with you. They will not have a kid with you. None of that stuff. They're not going to risk it. So yeah, it's just that's the way she goes, man. That's Mother Nature for you.
A level of equanimity in you.
Good looking out, man. Yeah, no, it was his squirrel. He brought his squirrel over by his food, and his food's by the pee pad. So yeah,
your approach, not necessarily in your solution. Does that make sense? Like, you need to be approaching her as an equal, as a leader. It's just your job to lead. It doesn't mean you're better than her. It just means that this is your role in the relationship. Does that make sense? I remember when I worked at my old job, I was a general manager, had 50 employees. I liked most of my employees. I was friends with them. We would go out and do stuff, had a good time. My job was to be the leader of that organization. It did not mean I was better than them. It just meant that I had more knowledge, more experience, and more skill sets that were appropriate for that job. Years earlier, I was a middle manager at a big insurance company, and I had to hire and fire new agents. I was friends with those guys because I was training them all the time. I was in there, helping them learn the ropes. I was their manager. Did not make me better than them. It just meant that
they almost all gold diggers. Yeah, dude. Thanks to social media, it's just because women are addicted to it. They're on it, right? They're constantly on their phones, and they're constantly posting things and bragging. They wanted to brag about their lifestyles. They want to compete with other women so they can say, "Oh, look what I have," right? They want a particular guy because that way they can flaunt the boat that he owns, that she's on, right? All these perks. So, yeah, dude. I mean, yeah.
My job was to make sure that they were able to do their job and to hold them accountable to the promises that they made in the contracts that they signed. That's it.
All right,
dude.
dude.
It's not about being better than. It's not hierarchical.
JJ with the hype, bro. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, dude. And once again, guys, if you haven't already, go follow me on Kick. And yeah, let's try and shift from YouTube over to Kick, to the Kick side for live streams. That's the idea. It's a lot better over there for the creators and the spectators, the audience. So it's freer over there. I'm not leashed over there. It's great. I'm more leashed over on YouTube, and also YouTube takes a bigger cut of any support that you'll send my way. So it's a 95-5 split with Kick, and it's like a 40-60 split with YouTube. So yeah, it's a lot better for the creators. They really care about their creators over there. So yeah, would appreciate the support over on the Kick side. Appreciate everyone that's already over there, and then also, if you're wanting to know anytime I'm live on Kick, then I will announce that in my Discord. So the pinned comment down below, you can join the Discord as well if you haven't already.
It's not hierarchical, at least not in every single set of circumstances. It's more like, this is my job, this is my role in the
Yeah, YouTube is Uber, and then Kick is Lyft, I guess. Yeah, Lyft would be the alternative that's cooler because it's got the mustache, right?
relationship, and this is how I need to carry it out. You have your job and your role in the relationship, and your job and your roles are your authority.
Hey.
You have complete authority over those things. Like, I don't think you need to fight her on every single thing. I think you just need to make sure that you are clear about the big picture falls to you, and you're not going to turn over the authority to make these big decisions to her. And if there are big decisions where it makes sense that the two of you be in on it together, then you have to take a leadership role and set the agenda for how the decisions are going to be made. You're not dictating, you're setting the agenda. And by setting the agenda, you're taking control. Does that make sense? Like, you take control by deciding what is going to be discussed, by deciding what the options are, by what directions are available to us. That's how you take control, not by saying, we're doing it this way. Because it may be that within those options, you don't really care which way you go. You know what I mean? So why make a stand on something that you don't really care about? But just narrow it down to the options that you're willing to accept. Does that make sense?
There's that drone footage, baby. There's that drone footage. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, hey, what's up, D-Man? Fitty. Thanks for the... Sent 100 for 2 joules. I don't know what that stuff does. Do you pay for those, or are those free? Is that just like, what is that? I don't even know what those are, man. I bow to no man. Yeah, Riddick. Chronicles of Riddick. Yeah, that's a good flick, dude. Riddick's a good flick.
I learned about boundaries through some girls that I dated after my divorce. I really started to understand it. I mean, there's one girl, she was crazy, and she told me she didn't want to have her picture taken, and that was a boundary of hers, which didn't make any sense to me. It's like, well, that's a boundary? That seems kind of stupid, but whatever. And I took her picture, and she got pissed off at me. But I realized, in reflection on that relationship, that I had boundaries. And she was crazy. Like, she would scream and yell at me and be really...
No, I mean, I'm on Rumble, but I'm not active on there anymore. It's just not worth it. But yeah, I mean, if you want to get over on Kick, dude, that's what I'm trying to accomplish here, is to create a community over on Kick, because it's the best house in a bad neighborhood for creators.
Really angry at me at times. And I told her that I had peace in my life and I would not allow that kind of behavior. Like, that would not happen. And I told her 3 different times that I would not allow it. And when that 4th time came, and I told her that I would not allow this one more time, I said, one more time and this relationship is over. And when that 4th time happened and I ended the relationship, she screamed and cried. She would have made my daughter look like an amateur at Target that day. She screamed and cried. She was so angry at me for enforcing my own boundaries on her. And I made it very clear to her what I was not willing to put up with. She knew it. Yet she did it anyway. She lost control. Probably because that's just who she was. That's just who she was. And yeah, and she was furious with me. I had to block her on my phones, you know. And I had this happen with another woman too. This woman was a federal agent.
What?
Yeah. Anyway.
Damn, bro.
I told her, like, you know, it's all about peace. You know, from my perspective, a relationship has to be peaceful. I don't have time or energy for unnecessary drama. And when that unnecessary drama popped up repeatedly in our relationship, and I warned her and said, I'm not gonna have this, I just can't have it. Now at the time, I wasn't even thinking this was a boundary. This was just a sensation that I had inside myself. I was like, I have a good life, it's peaceful, I enjoy it. I don't need some crazy ass woman in here making things, you know, all crazy. And she just didn't get it. And same thing happened. And when I broke up with her, she went off the deep end, you know, screaming and crying and throwing a fit. And this tantrum got to the point where it made me nervous. I started thinking that maybe she was gonna do some harm either to me or to herself. And we didn't even know each other that well. I didn't understand, the reaction was not commensurate with the depth of the relationship, at least not from my perspective. Anyway, again, had to block her on my phone so that she could not communicate with me ever again. Boundaries. This is how you establish your masculine frame, plain and simple. These are the pillars of what it means to be a man is understanding what those boundaries are, and understanding that if a person repeatedly violates those boundaries, that relationship cannot exist. It just cannot exist. It's either you or her. That's what it boils down to. Either you're going to respect yourself or you're not. And when you allow someone to violate your boundaries repeatedly without, you know, I mean, I think like I gave them each 3 tries, like you get 3 swings, you know, and if you do it one more time, that's it. You're done. You're history. And I think, you know, that's the way you have to deal with it. Because if I had submitted, if I had allowed that, if I had just went along with it, if I had just said, oh, I'm sorry, honey, I won't do that again. You know, if I became all milly-mouthed about it and allowed her to take control in that moment, not only would my life have been miserable for whatever length of time that relationship continued on, but she would have been in control. And that control would have eventually been the demise of the relationship. Eventually, it would have come to a screeching halt because she would have gotten fed up with me as a weak man. That's what would have happened. So you've got to have your boundaries, and you've got to respect them. You've got to stand by them, and you cannot allow a woman to cross your boundaries repeatedly like that. Again. So those are the 3 things that you absolutely have to have in order to have a successful relationship. 1, you have got to have leadership qualities. You've got to bring leadership to the table, and you've got to hold on to that leadership role no matter what. You cannot release the leadership role. I suggest you do some reading on leadership so you have a good understanding of how it applies, and take those lessons and apply them to relationships. They will make a difference. You've got to have strong boundaries. You cannot allow someone to cross your boundaries repeatedly. If you are allowing someone to cross your boundaries, then you are basically telling them that you don't have any self-respect. And if you don't have self-respect, why should they respect you? And then finally, you must be able to say no. You have got to be able to put that, you know, your foot on the ground and say, absolutely not. That is not happening in my life under any circumstances, period. And then you've got to stand by your no. Now, you can do it pleasantly. You don't have to be an asshole. You know, you don't have to be some kind of a tyrant. But you do need to have those 3 characteristics. In fact, you shouldn't be an asshole. You shouldn't be a tyrant. You should be even-keeled. You should be able to approach these things rationally and intelligently and be able to explain why you're making the decisions that you make. A good leader always takes into account the needs of the people that he's leading. And in this case, this is going to be, you know, a woman, your wife. So you need to take those needs into account, but only so far as it matters to the overall health of the relationship. Do you know what I mean? So for example, if she wants to spend a bunch of money on something that doesn't make any sense, and you're saving for retirement, maybe you're saving for something else, and the only way to get what she wants is to tap into those savings, and you realize that the short-term gain of getting whatever it is that she wants is not worth the long-term loss of losing that safety money, that money that is there set aside in case of a rainy day, whatever, then you must act in the best interest of the organization, the relationship. And that means saving that money, preserving that money. Do not allow your best thoughts, your best intuition, your instincts to get overridden by a woman's emotional demands in the moment. Her fear of missing out is driving a behavior that is transient, it's short-term, it's going to end, it's going to go away, and then you're going to be left with empty bank accounts. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe. If you know someone who would benefit from this, please share it with them. Until next time, please remember, stay healthy, and if you can, stay single.
All right. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. Good stuff indeed. All right, we're going to switch over. We're going to change the mood a little bit. Go on over to Dappa Dev. Little Dappa Dev, man. Okay. All right, cool. Cool. How's everybody doing? Huh? Oh! JJ! All right, man. JJ, man. Oh, dude, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the hype there, bro. Thank you for hyping the stream. Hyping that stream. My man, dude. My brother from another mother. All right, let's get into this.
Start this video
This is about, I believe it's about child support.
off telling you guys a story about a good childhood friend of mine. And keep in mind, as I tell this story, I'm a millennial. My friend's a little bit older than me. He's a millennial as well. And when we were coming up, the main...
I'm an elder millennial. I was born in 85, so I think he's in his earlier mid-30s. All right.
Stream conversations that you see on YouTube in the manosphere, red pill stuff, that was not yet a thing when we were teenagers and when we were coming up. So we didn't have the knowledge.
We didn't have any of this stuff. Nah, dude, we didn't have YouTube. We didn't have any type of content whatsoever. The internet didn't have anything at all. There was nothing, right? If you had a dad that was masculine, then you were freaking lucky. Like me, I had like one of those like happy wife, happy life dads that beat the shit out of me.
That is very mainstream now. Keep that in mind as you hear this story, and my friend's ignorance got him into a lot of trouble. So this good friend of mine ended up getting married and having a child. The wife cheated on him. They got divorced, and he got stuck with very heavy child support payments.
Yep.
He made good money, so whatever, right?
Yeah, the calculation on that stuff, it's all based on how much you make, right? So that's the one thing that's black and white, that's cut and dry in family law, is Title 4D, baby, right? Because it's a business. It's a business, right? They want their money. They get federal kickbacks from your child support payments, right? And the majority of child support payments are from the fathers. So, yeah, they will. I mean, that's why you see like these women that are getting these NBA and NFL stars pregnant, right? These players pregnant, or not getting them getting pregnant by these players, because they make tens of millions of dollars, and that's like $20,000 a month in child support, though, dude. So. Or they're married to them and then they decide to divorce them. It's crazy.
Fair enough. That's how it works.
It is the ultimate kick in the jangles.
Now, his train of thought was, I put myself in this situation.
Yo, jingle jangles.
I'm going to step up to the plate and be a man, and I got to pay these heavy payments. So be it. All I got to do is work harder. I got to take...
I mean, you don't really have a choice. They'll send you to jail if you don't.
The high road and get another job and try to pick up overtime. And if I want to have more money to spend or put away and save, I just got to step up to the plate and work harder. So what he did in the next year was got a second job and try to pick up as much.
And whenever and then I think I know where this is going. If the mother finds out that he's making more, so when he gets a second job, he's making more income. Therefore, his child support payment goes up. So if she took him to court, yeah, there are a lot of women that are that petty where they find out you're making, they'll take you to court I get paperwork from the court every 3 years, I believe, and I have to send in all the information of how much money I'm making. But yeah, I mean that's what they do. They keep tabs on your income. So because if you get a bump, they'll either find it, or if she sniffs out and catches wind that you are making more money, I bet she found out he got another job, and oh well, that means he's making more money. That means he owes me more money. Yeah,
overtime as he could with his career. He ended up working 80 plus hours a week. I'm not exaggerating. 80 plus hours a week.
It's called indentured servitude. It's called debtor's prison.
Next year rolls around, maybe it's a little over a year, something like that. His ex finds out. They go back to court because now she wants more money.
Yeah.
And the judge...
There you go, right? She finds out, oh, you're making more money? All right, well, let's jack that child support up, right? Put my life on easier mode, right? It was on easy mode. Let's get on easier mode. And then when you make even more money, we'll get you on we'll get on easiest mode, right? Freaking easy street.
Judge without hesitation said, absolutely, bro.
Yeah, because they got a calculation. It does not matter how many bills you have, how much they don't give a shit about your bills and the cost of living and inflation and the price of food. They don't care about the gas being if gas is like $10 a gallon, right? And and you have to go into the office and you're dying. You're hemorrhaging money. They do not care. They do not care.
You're making way too much money. You need to pay more. And now his payments like doubled. It was crazy. Now his payments are like laughably ridiculous that he's paying to this woman every month for his child. So then he goes, okay, now I screwed myself. I'm quitting the second job. I got to make as little money as possible, I guess. And the next year he makes a lot less. And
well, but then when he does that, then he has to go back to court again. And then he has to explain that he did that. They're going to ask, well, why did you do that? Right? Because you got to make more money, blah, blah. Because he has to get it lowered again. And it's just, it's a headache, dude.
Then he tries to get the payments reduced. Not a chance.
There you go. Yeah, no.
They said, not a chance we're reducing your payments. You need to keep working like you were and paying these crazy payments that you're paying to this woman. And this is happening all the time. This is happening all over the place. And I know you guys are going to say, a man should pay child support when he has a kid. Fair enough. I gotcha. But is it also fair to say that a lot of guys are paying way more than they should be? And is it all
okay? Just to put it in perspective, all right. I'm in Michigan. When I was a barista, making like $11 or $12 an hour plus tips, but it only factored in. I didn't factor in the tips. It was just my hourly income. Making $12 an hour in 2015, my child support was over $500 a month. Over $500 a month. And a lot of that has to do with that's why they cap you at the amount of time you can see your kid, because the more you see your child, the less you have to pay, the lower your payments are with child support. If you got 50-50, a lot lower, right? So, but I'm not at 50-50. I see my son 79 days a year. His mom, 286, right? So my child support would be significantly cheaper. My child support now is like $552. Like it's crazy. So it's like 600. Yeah, well, I pay around 600 a month. Because I had some that's the thing is I had arrears because I didn't get to meet my son until he was almost 4 months old, and they charged me for retroactive child support whenever I was kept out of his life. From his birth until then, I still had to pay for that. So they charged me for that too. Right? Yeah, they're gonna get their money.
also fair to say we got a lot of women out here who are getting tons of assistance from the state, yet they're still getting massive money from these men? In fact, the girl in the story that I just told, she made good money herself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And if they're married to a rich guy, doesn't matter. His income doesn't count as that because he's completely separate. He's not a part of it. So it doesn't matter if she's even taken care of and she doesn't need the money. You still have to pay it. It does not matter.
So she ends up buying a really nice house thanks to the thousands and thousands a month that she's getting.
Yeah, because that's how it works, man. You're now a slave to the court system, and you're working and working and working tirelessly while she's just sitting back collecting that paycheck on top of whatever other money she's getting, and and she can if they stop coming, she can file a motion, take you to court, and if they find you in contempt, off to jail, straight to jail.
From my friend, plus her income. Plus, for whatever reason, somehow, she's still getting tons of assistance. This girl made great money herself, but she got tons of food stamps still. Probably got other assistance as well. So she was living large. I watched this girl live it up. I mean, she has probably, I can think of 2 really expensive trucks. They have a...
Yeah, they're the minority, dude. There are not a lot of women that are paying child support to the man. That is not common. People will point that out, but it's like, yeah, that does happen, but it's not often. It's a very small percentage of women that are actually paying the man child support.
Really nice.
Or the man who has full custody and the woman is in the position of just parenting time.
Couple luxury cars. I mean, living it up. And that's not the only one. I know a girl that grew up in the
That's yeah. If billionaires can't keep women, if they can't stick to a contract with Bezos, well, Gates was into some, yeah. I mean, it's just like a lot of those guys. But yeah, it's just they're like even Brad Pitt, right, with Angelina Jolie. It's just it doesn't matter. Brad Pitt, sexiest man alive, dude. At one point, right? Come on, man. Everybody wanted to have his washboard abs from Fight Club and Snatch. Are you kidding me? Dude, even that guy can't keep a chick. So yeah, it's just like what? Like why are you getting married, dudes? Why are you getting married, man? You can't even freaking that's insane. Hey, what are we doing here? What are we doing? That is how inflated women's egos are. That's what feminism has done. That is how entitled women feel to men. That is how disrespectful they are to men. It's insane.
slums, and she came from a broken family. She's never had a job, and she ended up collecting massive child support as well and getting tons of assistance. So she's been living rent-free and collecting thousands a month in child support.
Yep.
Now she bought a house. She ended up buying a home. Probably got on one of these like assistance programs or leg.
Yeah, I've never been married either, though, but I still got screwed. I'd have to pay alimony, but yeah, I mean, if you have just don't have a kid. You got to really vet women before you have a kid with them, all right? Just saying, man. Value. I missed that comment of yours, or from earlier about dude as a masochist dated a female fed. Holy ish, dude, that's so funny.
Up programs to buy a home while collecting thousands a month in child support, where the guy doesn't even get to see the kids, even though he's a good guy. This is happening every day.
Yeah.
And again, like I always talk about, the only thing people want to say is, as a man, it's your fault. Man up. Man up. Work harder like my friend did. Work harder.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You just got to get that second job. You got to get that third job. And then, dude, she's going to find out like that guy. And then she's going to up your freaking child support. And then you're back to where you started from. That's the thing, is you might even put yourself in a worse position like that guy by getting an extra job and working harder. There's no incentive to work harder in that situation either. There's no incentives in this world anymore to work hard. You're not guaranteed what your father or your grandfather was guaranteed. Hell no.
But nobody wants to point out the fact that a lot of these.
There's no wonder why people aren't having kids. I understand. And that's why the birth rate is as low as it is. There's so many reasons, but feminism is doing its job. That's what it was meant to do. It was a top-down agenda. It was not some grassroots movement. It is in lockstep with communism, which is the tenet of communism and feminism is to abolish the family. Feminism is just socialism in panties.
Women are not spending the money on the children. Let's be real. In fact, a lot of the kids are.
No, they're taking your child support check and tipping the valet.
Going quite neglected in their everyday life.
My boomer bootstraps.
While the women use that money to get their hair done, their nails done, eyelashes, and everything else. But nobody wants to call that out.
No.
Men are getting just put through the ringer in everyday life, and nobody wants to call it out.
I'll call it out.
That's another big reason
I call it out. Dev, I call that out all the time, bro. All the time.
There's such a shortage of men getting down on one knee and proposing. It's because...
Yeah, it's gyno-fascism, dude. We are under a gyno-fascistic tyranny. That's what this is, dude. That's what this is, bro.
It literally is a business to women if they want it to be. divorce and popping out kids can be a business model.
I like socialism in panties. I think that's good. But yeah, if Marxism in a skirt, that's it's like a more like it's like a PG version of that.
If a woman wants to, she can make a pretty good living off of that, or a pretty good side income at the very least if she has a job. Nice little side hustle.
Yeah, a lot of them don't even have to work. It's wild.
And everybody likes to make this argument of, well, I mean, it's expensive to raise kids. Yeah, I get it. But a lot of these...
Not that expensive, dude. I don't need to spend $600 a month on my son. It does not cost that much to raise him. No, it never has cost him that much. What, like, even like Bill Burr, he's like, what now? It costs like $50,000 for Fruit Loops? Like, what? Even though I don't feed my kid Fruit Loops, but it's just, dude, it's just not, nah.
These women are getting massive assistance already. The two women that I just talked about were getting more than enough assistance.
No, you're good, FIFO. You're good, bro. I know you're German. FIFO's German, so English is his second language.
Assistance from the state. More than enough. The money they were receiving is just spending money that they're putting in their own pocket.
Yep.
So don't give me that.
Exactly.
Don't give me that. That's not true. Most of these women are getting enough assistance to where they don't really need that money. The money just goes in their pocket. And in both these both of these examples I just gave, the guys were still.
Yeah, dude. My ex doesn't need my money. She's married. That dude, a few years back, sold a house that they were living in for like over 900 grand. So, yeah. But yeah, here I am slaving away to pay $600 a month.
Spending their money outside of the child support to pay for the life of the child. So,
on top of, I already take care of him directly, right? When he's with me, I feed him, right? I clothe him. I bought him a gaming PC. I've splurged on my son. I've given him a lot of cool shit. Bought him an electronic drum set that was like $800, like back in 2022, right? I foster his interests. Take him on fishing trips, things like that. So, but even then, I don't need $600 a month to do it. Ooh, take out the trash. I need to do that later.
The child support was just cherry on top. These guys were still paying for clothes.
Oh shit. Oh, my bad, dude. Oh, well, a lot of Germans did go to Argentina, remember? But no, yeah, sorry, dude. I forgot. Yeah, you're Argentinian. I wouldn't mind living in, well, maybe not Argentina. I wouldn't mind living in Latin America, or South America, in like Paraguay or Uruguay, maybe Argentina, maybe Brazil, or Belize, or I don't know, maybe even Panama, Mexico, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, maybe even Guatemala. I don't know. There's El Salvador. Yeah.
Their pocket, aside from the child support, they were still paying for
Leninism and a leotard. I like that one, dude. Oh, Paraguay, dude. Yeah, I might, dude, at some point. Cost of living there is like 3 times cheaper than here.
School activities.
And it's nice.
And school supplies and money for this and money for that. So the child support was literally just spending money for the women.
Yep.
And the court system does not want to hear a man's side of the.
She doesn't have to prove how she's using the money either. There's no accountability for how she's using the child support at all. There's no way to track. They don't track it. They don't make sure that she's using it on the child. They don't give a shit. As long as you're paying, they're getting the federal kickbacks. That's all they care about.
Story at all. They don't want to hear the struggles that men have at all. They don't want to hear anything from a man's perspective at all.
Nope.
And I get it. It is what it is.
It is what it is, right? Yeah.
But
that's right, dude. Time with him is the most valuable thing. It is. Time well spent, man. Need more time. That's for damn sure.
Don't you think we should start having some conversations around that?
0% tax, no extradition, I guess. Yeah, hell yeah. Wait, what do you mean no extradition? They don't have any extradition in Paraguay? For real? And 0 tax?
Not to mention a lot of guys. The second story I just kind of briefly told, that guy doesn't even.
They don't play ball with the U.S. I'm down with any country that doesn't play ball with the U.S., dude. I don't like the United States. Yeah, after my son turns 18 or 19, yeah, I want to be able to move to Latin America. That'd be great. I think after my son's grown, would like to go out there. Imagine having hundreds and hundreds of thousands, even millions in your investment portfolio and still making another dude's pay any amount of money for child support for a kid that lives with them and say, well, here's the thing is a lot. And I talked about this in a previous video. One of my friends is an attorney out in California in Silicon Valley, and he's been practicing law since 2015. He's been licensed in the state of California since 2015, and he's in the last 5 years he's worked on over 30. He says the ballpark is between 30 and 40 paternity fraud cases, and in most of those cases, the man is not the father. And the kicker is that a lot of these dudes that come to him, they're coming to him with like custody stuff. They're trying to fight for their kid to get custody or more time. And they don't. And then just based off of the context of their situation, when he tells them about the mother and what she's like, in his head, he's seen it so many times. He's like, you might want to get a paternity test. She sounds like a hoe. She sounds like someone that would cheat on you and sleep around and hide the fact that you're not really the dad. And sure enough, of those cases, over 80% of them, the guy was not the father. And the woman had hid that from him and lied to him, committed paternity fraud, making him believe that he was the father. And what sucks in California, a lot of states, is that you end up getting, if you end up like paying for a kid that's not yours, but then you find out he's not, you still have to pay child support. There's so many men that are paying child support on children that aren't even theirs, and they can't get out from under it. It's not even their kid. Dude, it's criminal.
Even get to see the kids. He doesn't even see the kids.
Oh yeah, you can and then you can pay out the nose and not even get to see your kids, dude. It's messed up, man.
Unjustly, by the way. Good guy, but the girl ran off, took the children. The guy doesn't know where they are, and the police and the court system doesn't care. They don't want
They don't give a shit.
to do anything about it. So guys,
they have mechanisms in place that will come after you for not paying child support, but they don't really have any quick mechanisms in place for that stuff, right? For parenting time violations and court order violations like that, right? If that happens to you, yeah, good luck, dude. Good luck.
guys are just getting put through the ringer, and the only answer is get to work and work harder. Work harder, pay more. I want to take a second to thank you guys. I know it's cliche, I say that in a lot of videos, but seriously, to all the fathers out there who are not getting the respect that they deserve, to all the fathers out there in which the mothers are working diligently to convince your children that you're a bad guy, because that's another one. I can make a separate video about that altogether. How a lot of these women are working so hard to convince their children that the father's no good when he is a good man. All the women that are brainwashing these children with leftist propaganda that doesn't like men. It's sick. And it's everywhere. And nobody wants to do anything about it. Because now we have a justice system that's been taken over by the leftist garbage. All the women have been propagandized by the woke leftist garbage. The school system obviously has been taken over by the woke leftist propaganda as well. So we have a society now that just does not like men. And might I add, it doesn't like the men who have done all the work to build the luxurious, safe, free society that these people enjoy. It doesn't like the men who still work tirelessly while being underpaid.
Hey, Lisa, what's up?
And underappreciated while they're taxed into oblivion to keep the wheels turning in this society that doesn't appreciate them and actually works diligently to talk bad about them and put them down.
Yep.
Men are just, at this point, we're just tax slaves. We're just We're
Yeah.
just cattle.
We are.
Shut up and get back to work. Shut up and work harder to be taxed into oblivion and to be put down and gaslit into thinking you're not working hard enough or you're not good enough. You're a terrible father. You know how many guys I know that have children that put so much more work into the children's lives than the mothers do? In my life's experience as a 40-year-old man, almost 40.
Oh, okay. He's in his late 30s. He looked. He looks like mid 30s, I'd say.
In my life's experience, I can tell you guys straight up, as much as I obviously know a mother is very important, right? In a child's life, obviously, let's be real. There's no denying that.
Yeah, both parents are, man.
But in the last 100 years or so, the propaganda machine has really worked hard at trying to minimize the importance of a father. It has really worked hard to try to almost demonize a father's role in a child's life. And I'm not going to actually let's remove the word almost. They straight up have. The social programming, the propaganda machine with pop culture, and just the social programming from everywhere for that matter, it has worked diligently to try to demonize the role a man plays in a child's life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And all the broken homes now that are the norm in our society, all the broken homes
Which is why our society sucks and everybody sucks.
now where the fathers are, for whatever reason, not in the picture. In some cases, the guys are dirtbags and they're not stepping up to the plate. Let's be
That's not a lot of them, dude. That's real. Like the majority of the dads are good guys trying to be in their kid's life, like myself, and they're just getting boxed out and sidelined and alienated.
real. In fact, in a lot of cases, that is the case. But also, I will say, in a lot of situations, there's good men who are being unfairly pushed out of the picture and unfairly kept out of the child's life, while they're still paying, quite frankly, more than what's fair, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. I was paying over $500 a month in child support, and I only got to see my son for the first 2 years, like from until he was like almost 3. I only saw him for 4 or 5 hours a week. That was it. And it was supervised. And then I eventually was pro se, and then I kept going to court over and over and over again, petitioning for unsupervised time and more time, and I eventually got it. Hey-o! Oh yeah, dude. JJ with the hype. Appreciate you, man. So yeah, I mean, I fought, and I had a bunch, all of those supervisors where it was with this organization. Oh heck yeah, bro. Appreciate you, man. The full send. I got the full send from Jimmy Jack's Jelly Stacks. All right, man. I appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you, man. So yeah, I was doing supervised visitation with this organization with these female, they're very, very nice women. They ended up realizing kind of how the situation was playing out, and so they liked me. They built rapport with me. I built rapport with them. It was, we just they were cool. But it still sucked being supervised. It's a very dehumanizing experience. And I was able to get them to be witnesses in court to testify that I was a good dad and I did not need supervision, right? And I ended up getting off of supervised visitation. Boom. Got off of supervised visitation. And I did that on my own. So it took 2 years. Took about 2 years. Yeah, it was a long freaking road, dude. But in that time, I saw him eventually. It was 4 hours, but then my ex gave me an extra hour. Oh, so gracious. So I got to see my son for 5 hours a week in a little tiny room. Eventually, I was able to get out of the room with him and we could walk around, but I had to be walked around with this supervisor. So yeah, it was a lot like that Mrs. Doubtfire scene, right, where he's supervised, and it's just it's wild, bro.
While the women don't even spend that money on the children, and those guys don't even have a voice.
Yeah, I was paying over $500 a month struggling. I had to file bankruptcy in 2017, I believe. It was 2017 or 2018. I had to file bankruptcy because I was paying like almost $600 a month in child support at that time. On top of that, I was paying, and I was making $12 an hour. Plus tips, and so being a barista, and I was working full time, like 35, 40 hours a week. When I was not at first, but eventually I got to that, and so that's why I had to switch over to sales, because in 2016 I had switched to sales and to make more money. But yeah, I had to file bankruptcy, and I had to spend like $1,900 to do that, to get the attorney and get all the paperwork filed for that. Because yeah, I was paying, and I was also paying for the supervision. It was split between me and my son's mother, and it was like, at first it was like, I think I was paying like, because it was $100 an hour, I believe. Or no, it was, I think at first it was like 75 an hour, and we were like splitting that, and then it went to 100 an hour, and then we were splitting that. I don't know. It was a lot, dude. I think I was paying like, I don't know, like every week I was paying that out like $100 or something. I got laid off at one point in 2015, and so I just maxed out my credit card on my supervised visitation and maybe some child support. No, it was all on supervised visitation. I got behind on my child support a bit. It was pretty nerve-wracking. So, and then that was when I eventually got the sales job, because I got laid off, and then bam, I got laid off, I think in like November, and I was able to stretch it until I got a new job. I got that sales job, I think it was in March of 2016. Saved my ass.
Those guys are still seen as a bad guy to most people. And even worse than that, a lot of those guys are seen as the bad guy to their children. When in many cases, those fathers love those kids more than the mothers do. Straight up, I'll say that.
Oh, yeah.
I know that's going to get me some heat. I don't care. I'll say that straight up. In my life's experience, most of the time, the fathers love the children more than the mothers do. Straight up.
Straight
and
up.
The behavior proves it. It's a sick world. And I make this video on Father's Day, or it's going to air on Father's Day anyway. And I want to say happy Father's Day to you guys. Even though society works so hard to demonize fathers now, society works so hard, or the social programming that's the overlord of society, it works so hard to try to demonize you guys and break you guys and try to minimize the role you play in your children's lives. And
Yep.
It tries to make you look like a bad guy in the eyes of your children, which is sick. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you guys for going to work every day. And I want to tell you guys not to give up. I know it means nothing for me when you got a whole world of weight on your shoulders. But at the very least, I want to let you guys know that I hear your stories. I see you guys, man. And I feel for you. And I'm praying for you guys.
Yeah, dude, when I didn't meet my son, so my son was almost 4. He was between 3 and 4 months old whenever I got to finally meet him, when I had to take my ex to court and fight for that time with him. And it was February 1st, 2015. I did not have a car at that point. For a few months, I was biking with my fixed gear, a single speed brakeless fixed gear in the winter, right? This is February to March, I'd say, until I finally got this really shitty Volvo. I bought a 93 Volvo for like $1,850, right? $1,850 from this guy from this like mechanic named George. Great guy. And but yeah, I was biking twice a week because I got to see my son 2 hours a day, twice a week. So 2 days out of the week. And I was working third shift at the Kellogg plant. So I had to ride my bike from where I was at 30 miles. And it took hours, dude. I would leave like 3 or 4 hours in advance, because it would take me a long time to bike that 30 miles in the winter. It was super cold. And then I had to bike back. I did that twice a week. Yeah. I love the hell out of my son, dude. And I told that to someone whenever I was trying to get off of supervised, that came up. And the investigator of the court at the time, my assigned caseworker, he said that by me biking in the winter to see my son, he said that was concerning behavior. That's what he said while he was on the stand. He said that's concerning behavior. But here's why you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Me biking to see my son in a Michigan winter, basically 60 miles round trip twice a week. So I was doing 120 miles a week on my bike in the cold to see him. That's what they said was concerning behavior. But if I would have, I couldn't pull a car out of my ass, dude. There was no other way for me to get there. I didn't know anybody yet. I was new here. I didn't have I knew like one guy, and then he was available, I think, like a couple of times, and he gave me rides. But most of the time I was riding my bike there, and then also working third shift. I was working 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And I was working full time doing like forklift work. And that was a bad time, dude. But yeah, I would have looked bad had I. That's the thing, is like that was the only way. There was no other way. The judge actually wasn't liberal. They do have liberal like referees there, but the judge, I have a different judge than back then. The judge back then was conservative, and the judge now, it's not really. It's not. Yeah, there's a lot of liberalism that infects like feminism, of course, and you do get a lot of like lefty judges and referees and caseworkers, and I'm sure that some of them are to an extent. But the guy that I had, he was not like a raging lefty. He was like this old man. He was like this like 70-year-old guy. He was considered like a decent judge there, and the one that I have now is pretty decent too. He's a good guy. He's actually younger than me, and he's very fair, which is very rare to get. But yeah, it's just that. But in that situation with that guy, he would have had something negative to say about me. That's the thing, is like, if you don't practice your parenting time, then that works against you. If you don't practice your parenting time, then you can lose your parental rights. That doesn't help your case. So I did everything I could to see my son, and then they still saw something wrong with that. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't in the family court system in a lot of cases. If you're a dude, that's not how it works for women. It's smooth sailing the whole way.
And I hope to God these conversations continue to become more mainstream. And I hope to God we can wake up more men so they don't put themselves in the situation that my friend did.
Yeah, that's why my channel exists in the first place, so that I don't, so that men don't get into the same situation that I'm in. And if they are in that situation, then they can get some help, right? They can finally have somebody that can relate to them. Oh, we got JJ.
How child support.
JJ with the hype, bro. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, JJ. JJ Recon, everybody. W's in the chat for JJ.
It works. He didn't understand how divorce courts work.
Yeah, no, a lot of guys don't. A lot of guys are just super naive, and they think that, oh, well, just the truth will come out, and then they'll see it, and I'll get to see my kid. Justice will prevail. They won't believe the kids. They won't believe the lies told by the mother. Nah, dude, it takes years for you to actually get on the court's good side, where they actually treat you decent.
That the only answer, since I'm paying so much in child support and I can't even afford to live now, the only answer is to work harder. I'm going to work 80 plus hours a week. And the judge said, oh, you are? Boom, you need to pay more. You need to pay more. The judge didn't care that he couldn't afford his rent.
Yeah, it's concerning that I had the ability to figure shit out, right? That's basically it. That's basically what he was saying. It's crazy, dude.
Anymore. The judge didn't care at all. The judge said, good for you. You're a man. Step up to the plate. Which was a male judge, by the way, too, might I add.
Yeah, a lot of these male judges, man, they will fleece you, dude.
And my friend worked twice as hard and ended up hurting himself more. Anyway, guys, that's enough. Happy Father's Day. Keep your heads up. Like the video if you did like the video. Subscribe.
Oh, I liked it, dude. I'm already subscribed. Whatever. I still need to collab with Dapper Dev. I need to text him. We were texting like a month or a month and a half ago and just kind of lost track of time. I need to reach back out to him. All right, cool. All right, we're gonna watch a little. Is anybody familiar with the critical drinker? I love his content. I mean, yeah, I started following him before he even had like 1 million subs. But yeah, he's like at like he's almost at 2.5 million. It's wild, but yeah, he's got good content. This one's the old Supergirl, the new Supergirl movie, right? Oh God, that filth, that total slop, a total cinematic calamity. Let's get into it.
You know, I once drank a shot glass full of chili sauce for a bet on a night out, and the resulting explosive ejection of liquid fire from my body the next morning was enough to have me
Just
praying
great.
to the gods of chaos themselves, anything to release me from the torment. But you know what? That was still more fun than watching Supergirl, partly because I won the bet, so at least I made some money out of it, but mostly because at least it was over quickly. Supergirl, on the other hand, stretched out.
All right, guys, I got 39 people on the YouTube side. I got 7 people on the Kick side. Let's get those Kick numbers up, man. If you haven't followed me on Kick, go follow me over on Kick. I'll put the link in the chat. Go follow me, support me there. And then also join the Discord. It's also down below. It's the pinned comment, and I'll have announcements. I have an announcements channel, so you will be able to have JJ with the freaking 10 kicks, bruh, with the hype. Appreciate that, dude. So yeah, you will know whenever I'm live because I will post it. I will post it as ahead of a time as I can. I will let you guys know every time I'm going live. I'm going to be live several times a week on Kick and on YouTube. And the whole point of multi-streaming right now is to get you guys from YouTube over to Kick, because Kick is freer than YouTube. So it's kind of like going over the Berlin Wall, okay? I need you guys so YouTube is the Soviet Union, right? And we need you to just to climb over, like get out of Eastern Europe and come over here to the free land, okay?
Into almost 2 hours of abject misery and boredom.
I appreciate each and every one of you that has supported me on Kick. I appreciate the ones that are supporting me on YouTube, and the ones that have shifted over. And yeah, appreciate every single one of you guys. I'm humbled. There's 42 people here right now on the YouTube side, right? Let me refresh this, see how many got on the Kick side. On the Kick side, we got 9 people on the Kick side, right? Can we get double digits in there? Oh, yeah. We all right. Jumbie 9. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you.
And by golly, do you feel it? I was gonna say you feel it by the end, but who am I kidding? I was feeling it after like 20 minutes.
I hate this. It is revolting.
Supergirl is everything we all feared it would be, and
Oh, yeah.
more. So much more. A cringy, cliched, tedious mess of dull, lifeless action scenes that we've seen 1,000,000 times before. That fucking face, man.
Oh my God,
One-dimensional
bro.
characters with
That is just brutal.
nothing even resembling arcs, the kind of safe, edgy humor that's become the hallmark of these factory-produced superhero flicks, all the
Brutal.
usual played-out James Gunnisms that ran their course like half a decade ago, cinematography that looks like someone smeared the results of my chili sauce shot all over the camera lens, and a protagonist who's about as likeable and empathetic as a British politician. In short, Supergirl is a fucking disaster. The wrong movie at the wrong time, based on the wrong source material, made by the wrong people and starring the wrong actress. But we'll talk more about that later. Believe that. Anyway, fuck it, let's just do the plot. So a series of flashbacks explain how Kara's father separated a chunk of Krypton called Argo City from the rest of the planet when it got destroyed. But oh no, it also released kryptonite, or something, and everyone's slowly dying of radiation poisoning, so her parents send her and her dog Krypto off to Earth to meet up with Clark. But she's like, nah, I'm too cool for you, and spends most of her time dicking around on planets with red suns so that she can get drunk and party, and look like the kind of girl you'd find passed out in a pool of her own vomit round the back of a nightclub on a Sunday morning. Wow, what's an inspirational character. Can't wait to see more of this. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
pick up with Kara celebrating her 23rd birthday by, you guessed it, getting drunk and partying. That's
Oh,
when she
yeah.
meets up with Ruthie, who's out to kill some dickhead named Krem in revenge for murdering her family. But Kara's like, nah, it'll be fine.
Nah.
But it turns out it won't be fine when Krem himself shows up and steals Kara's ship and shoots Crypto with a poison dart that'll kill him in 3 days if he doesn't get an antidote. Wow, that was lucky, wasn't it? Lucky the antagonist of the movie just happens to show up right after he's been mentioned. Lucky that he shoots Crypto with a slow-acting poison instead of just vaporizing him or something. Lucky this all creates the perfect setup for our reluctant hero to join forces with young, strong female character.
Right.
Right.
Anyway, so off they go to track down Krem and his gang of Mad Max rejects, and then Lobo shows up for like 5 minutes to give Jason Momoa something to do. Then they accidentally get an innocent family killed, and Kara gets sick from the green sun on this planet, but then she gets better, and there's a big fight where she stops Ruthie from killing Krem because revenge is bad or something, but then she kills him anyway because she's not your typical superhero, and then she saves
God.
Crypto and goes back to Earth because she's decided it's finally worth her attention. And that's
Oh,
it. That's
God.
the plot for Supergirl.
All bullshit. All of it.
Now, I'd be lying if I said I went into this movie expecting great
Dude, she's like Timu Sydney Sweeney. Good lord, dude.
things from it, but I've got to admit, I was surprised. And the thing that surprised me most was how fucking shit the writing was. I mean, the dialogue is exactly what you'd expect from something like this. The usual mix of trite one-liners, desperate attempts at edginess, the kind of cringe meta-humor that can only come from millennial Hollywood writers, and of course those wacky Marvel quips. That's all par for the course in 2026, but it's the story that really lets this movie down. The plot is nothing but a series of and then coincidences, all strung together with the most flimsy justifications. The characters themselves are just along for the ride. Major events take place and people show up for no other reason than to make the rest of the plot happen. Kara gets sick and weak when she's exposed to a green sun in the second act low point, but then she just gets better when a yellow sun helpfully comes out. There's no particular trial she has to go through, no
Protagonist? Yeah, dude, you ain't kidding, man. Holy.
lessons learned, no difficult choices to make. The plot says that it's time for the big final battle, so it happens. Lobo shows up out of nowhere for like 5 minutes because he looks cool and the script needed some fans.
I didn't even know that they were making this movie until I started seeing stuff like this. People talking about how cringe it is, because most of the films are just shitty. The last two good ones I saw were it was a Hail Mary or Project Hail Mary, which was pretty good, and the Michael movie, Michael Jackson movie, that was pretty good. Yeah. Maybe I haven't seen that like Mario Brother Galaxy movie. I heard that was pretty okay, but other than that, dude, it's just movies just aren't what they used to be, man. They aren't. Going to the movies is not what it was back in the 90s or even in the. I remember going with my friends to see the Dark Knight, right, back in 2008. Holy shit! And then also whenever we went to see in 2006, whenever it was like the second or third installment of Pirates of the Caribbean. I remember having a cool friend group, a tight-knit friend group, and we went to the movies. It was a big thing. Tons of people were there, right? It was always packed. And that spirit isn't there anymore because there's just, well, I mean, now it's just all the dirt's come out, right? All the Epstein stuff, so yeah, we've been living a lie, dude. This Truman Show. We've been living a lie this whole time, and just now we're seeing it for what it truly was and is. It's disgusting. We live in a very, very disgusting world. That sucks.
Service, and everyone likes Jason Momoa. And he does exactly what he always does, plays Jason Momoa. Honestly though, you could cut him right out of this movie and
Protagonist, like the hero, like hero energy.
everything would play out exactly the same. In fact, I'm pretty convinced that the bulk of his scenes were added in post-production. Krem is just a generic bad guy who does bad stuff because, fuck it, who even cares? He's just there to give the rest of the characters something to do. There's no real substance to him, no big overarching plan or hidden justification for what he's doing. He's just a space pirate crossed with Mad Max. His death means nothing because his life meant nothing either. Jesus, who wrote this shit? Oh
Right.
yeah, Anna Noguera,
Oh,
a former
a woman.
TV actress whose writing credits am
Oh, no way, dude. It was written by this chick? No way. No way that some shitty slop was written by her or a her for the dude. I'm not saying women can't be good writers, but I mean, look at this, dude. Yeah. The sisterhood should not be allowed to make movies, man. Should not. My gosh, dude.
amount to fuck all. I mean, literally, the only thing I could find about her was We Win, a micro-budget short film from 8 years ago about a couple's relationship that unravels during a game of Mafia.
You don't say.
Oh yeah, that totally justifies putting her in charge of a $200 million.
Nice, dude. Yeah, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. JKN363.
Or a superhero blockbuster. You're seriously telling me you couldn't find anyone better qualified for this job than a failed actress who aged?
Yeah. Key and Peele are way better than this shit. And then even they're kind of like bleh compared to, I mean, because they took over, you know, Dave Chappelle's show, right? Or they took over his slot since he bounced
out of the industry with precisely one screenwriting credit to her name? Fuck off, James Gunn. Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't cast your own wife in this just so you could watch her get railed by Lobo. Then there's Kara herself, who's apparently based on the not particularly popular Tom King run of comic books, which helpfully ignore half a century of character development to paint Kara as a cringy punk rock anti-hero.
I hate this.
I mean, I can't say I'm surprised, to be honest. That little cameo she got at the end of Superman already told us what kind of an annoying arsehole she was gonna be.
arsehole.
For watching him, bitch!
I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
Not since the Marvels have I liked a main character less than this one. There's this weird feeling of mild desperation throughout the whole movie, where they're trying so hard not to make her a Mary Sue that she just comes across as an annoying bitch who doesn't care about anything or anyone but herself. You know, the kind of girl who flips the bird with a mildly pissed off expression in every single picture she ever takes because she really needs you to know how much cooler she is than you? Well, that's basically Kara in this movie. It's horseshoe theory projected onto characterization. We're going far enough away from
Dylan's
something
the
ends
best
up
fucking
looping you right
temperature
back
at the
to where you
moment.
started.
I'm down
An
south.
insufferable arsehole. They're trying so hard to paint her as this jaded, cynical, world-weary pragmatist who's...
They always do that, man. They always add some woman that's just so disagreeable and unlikable and just like that from like The Last of Us, that one chick, that one girl. She was always just being a smartass and just so obnoxious. Ruined it, dude. Freaking ruined that shit.
tried and failed to be a hero and just wants to be left alone now, but it doesn't fucking work because she's like 23 years old. This is the kind of thing you do with a 50-year-old man, not some young girl who's just starting out. Like, how the fuck can you have a life of regrets when you've barely even lived a life to begin with? If they had to do some kind of anti-hero arc with her, they should have made her this rebellious, energetic, loose cannon who acts first and thinks later, convinced that she can help everyone, only to discover real life is more complicated than just punching the bad guy. You have to show us the fall so that we can cheer for the rise. Ultimately, for all the hype and controversy swirling around it, Supergirl is nothing but a depressingly bleak, horrible-looking, uninspired, generic superhero movie whose only USP turns out to be its biggest weakness. Yes, young women really can be messy, self-absorbed failures, but here's the thing this movie doesn't really get. They probably shouldn't. It's a movie that no one seemed particularly excited for, pushing a character no one cares about in a cinematic universe that's barely started but already seems to be in its death throes. And well,
I'm sick of them taking male heroes and making a female version. I'm sick of that shit.
Girl is nothing but another nail in the coffin. Anyway, that's all I've got for today.
Go away now.
Go away now.
Yeah, dude, that's such garbage, man. Yeah, screw that movie. All right, we're gonna watch some Nate, my buddy Nate Roscoe. I hung out with him and Jack Morgan back at the end of April. We got some cigars and had a good old time. Ate some food, and we were over in Detroit. Nate was visiting, so jaunted over there. But we're gonna watch about the simp apocalypse, how it's gone way too far, and boy howdy has it ever. So let's dive into that, shall we?
More than this.
A lot of people attack these women.
Oh yeah, it's got
In today's dating world.
It's got Dave Ramsey. Good lord, dude. Dave Ramsey is the biggest. He's just such an enabler. He's such a simp himself and such an enabler. I swear to God, dude. I swear to God. Go give Nate a follow, man. And here
In
we go.
today's dating world, there's no shortage of delusional women with insane standards who think that they're entitled to princess treatment just for existing.
This is a one-way street. His money is our money, and my money is my money.
Stop getting with broke men. Stop it. Stop it now.
Any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account, that's a fucking red flag.
If you're broke when I meat you, you don't stand a chance. You should be making double what I make. That being said, if you are broke and I choose to deal with you, I will belittle you.
But most
yeah, no way, girl. Yeah, you're gonna die alone.
Black women are overweight or obese. Well, you know why? Because you can't afford a gym membership for them, and they would rather eat than be with a broke man.
My boyfriend makes $250,000 a year, but he does not want to propose until I'm completely debt free.
If you were my daughter, you want to know what I would tell you?
What?
Dump him. You're a princess and you deserve more than this.
A lot of people.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, see, he is the kind of father that created these monsters in the first place. That right there, you're a princess. You should dump him because he wants her to be debt free. He doesn't want, that's the thing, is because her debt becomes his debt. Oh no, he doesn't want to have to pay for your debts. What? Dude, Dave Ramsey sucks, man. That dude freaking sucks. Screw Dave Ramsey and every guy like him, man. They're the same type of men that enabled feminism to take over, right? They are the weak men in society that just placate women and just cater to them and just simp. They simp. They have no dignity or respect. Hell yeah! JJ Recon with the hell yeah. JJ Recon with the hell yeah.
People attack these women for being completely insufferable, but the truth is that a lot of these women who act all high and mighty only do so because they're allowed to and incentivized for it.
Nate's got the Nate's got the little cowlick there. I just want to move it over. Just want to move it over. Got that little alfalfa little sprout here.
All high and mighty only
It's adorable.
They do so because they're allowed to and incentivized for it. Unfortunately, there's an army of simps following and pampering them at all times, all in a pathetic attempt to try and get some poon. This is why I believe that the world is facing a simping epidemic that has gone way too far. Let's define what a simp is, just so everybody...
Yeah, men don't tell women what they need to hear because they want to have sex with them. That's why.
is on the same page. A simp is an internet slang term used to describe someone who exhibits excessive, submissive devotion to another person, typically in the pursuit of unrequited romantic or sexual affection. To put it harshly, if your genetic material is insufficient in the eyes of the huzz, and you decide to fold on your morals, boundaries, and beliefs and self-respect in order to win them over, you, my friend, are a simp. Simping comes in many different forms, whether it be giving them loads of money for no real reason, showering them with attention and validation, tolerating horrible behavior.
Freaking pay pigs, dude. Those dudes are just the scum of the earth.
Or maybe by doing all of these at the same time, by subscribing to a woman's OnlyFans. There's an influx of simps in the big 2026, and the worst part about it is that it makes dating even more of a minefield for regular people like you and I. As if seeing a man absent of principles and a spine wasn't disgusting enough, when a man gives a woman excessively luxurious treatment or showers them with undeserved attention, it puts a new standard and expectation in her head of what men should do when they date her.
If I spoil myself and you can't spoil me, what are we doing? What are we doing?
And women are watching TikTok and all this shit constantly, and it's just programming their brains to have these unrealistic expectations and be these insufferable human beings that nobody wants to be around, right? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Every man that's trying to date me or be with me associates my name with money. That's exactly how I like it. I want you to think, damn, if I hit her up, I'm gonna at least spend a couple $100. Do I really want to? Do I have enough in my bank account to do that? Do you? Because if you don't, I promise you, I'm not gonna waste my breath.
Oh, brother. This goofy bitch needs to shut her pie hole. I love the comments on this. I pray that this love never finds me. Me too, brother. I'd rather spoil my daughters. Well, that's pretty wholesome. Quick reminder, not all women are like this. We are just pointing out some bad eggs today. Every man watching this has probably simped for a woman before. I know I sure have. And reflect.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, this is not all women. There's a lot of good women out there. Blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, dude, I've simped like that. Yeah. I've simped before, dude. Yeah, my kid's mom, yeah, I was a huge simp for her. Look where it got me, dude. So I'm here to save. I'm not here to save any hoes out here. I'm not Captain Save a Hoe. I'm Captain Save a Bro, as Jack Morgan so eloquently put it earlier.
Reflecting on these situations, I look back and cringe because when
I shouldn't have named my channel Dad Mode and Dark Mode. I should have named it Captain Save a Bro. Honestly, I should have done that, man. God. Oh, the regrets. Oh, the regrets.
I was doing it, I had absolutely no self-respect. It's okay to have been a simp before. Most of us have done it. But if you really truly care about yourself and your own well-being and your own needs, it's not okay to stay a simp. Now, I know there's some bad faith actors out there who are going to interpret this as me saying that women should not be treated well at all in a relationship. And let me make it very clear, that is not what I'm saying at all. I'm simply saying that if you're going to start investing into a relationship, please make sure that the woman actually desires you first.
It's so annoying that you have to clarify that all the time. But yeah, you want a woman that looks at you like this. This. The only relationships that work between men and women are when women look at you like this and they are more into you than you're into them. Right? I would so much rather be with a 4 or a 5 or a 6 that looks at me like this and treats me super well, treats me like I'm just God's gift to her, than a freaking 7, 8, 9, or 10. Those don't even exist, but a 7 or an 8 or a 9 that is like, it was like that chick in the car. Yeah, that chick. This one right here. Yeah, hell no. She's not even like a 7 or an 8 either, but you get the point.
That is not what I'm saying at all. I'm simply saying that if you're going to start investing into a relationship, please make sure that the woman actually desires you first. Not only by being attracted to you physically, but also making sure that she likes you as a person and your character, your conviviality, your goodwill, your drive to be the best version of yourself day in and day out. You could and should treat people with a level of common decency. That being said, rolling out the red carpet for women who don't even know or care about you simply for the fact that they have a vagina is fucking stupid, and if you're honest with yourself, you know it is. If she's not showing you real desire, then cut your losses and move the fuck on, man. There's no use in trying to negotiate desire or buy yourself into a relationship, or jester max as the kids say, because they either like you or they don't. If she doesn't have burning desire for you, then taking her on a vacation to Bali is not going to change that. Yeah, maybe she'll give you a pity handy or a blowy with some
Dude. Yeah, these guys that think they're just like, oh, if I just spend all this money and do all these things, because that was my mistake, right? When I was in relationships, I'm like, oh, if I just like I get her these really thoughtful gifts and stuff and shit like that, and surprise her and take her out on expensive dates to French restaurants and have 6-course meals and wine pairings and dessert with coffee, all these pairings. And no, dude, no, you don't have to do that, man. You don't have to do all of that. Don't do that. Seriously, especially if you just meet them. The first date, hell no, dude. Hell no.
Some teeth in it, but that's not because she actually desires you. I can assure you of that. It's because money talks. Now that we know what a simp is, let's take a look at some clips. The first clip.
Yeah, Nate's a very astute young man. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He's like 25, man. He's 25. He's ripped. He lives out in Florida, so he's just he's solid, dude.
Clip is one of our favorites, Dave Ramsey, who is simping for a woman he's not even dating, calling her a princess.
You dig into him, man. Go after him.
And telling her to dump her boyfriend on his show.
My boyfriend makes $250,000 a year, but he does not want to propose until I'm completely debt free.
What is so wrong with that? This is the freaking guy. This ball loser over here is the one that doesn't believe in debt. You would think that he'd be behind that decision. Oh, I want to make sure that you have your debt taken care of before I say I do, because the moment that I do say I do, then my life goes to doo-doo, because your debt is my debt. How much debt does she have? Does she even say how much debt she has? She probably does it somewhere, but how much debt? She must have a lot of freaking debt then, right?
Interesting.
And then she's like, interesting. Look at this DEI hire right here. Give me a break, dude.
You're not gonna like me. If you were my daughter, you want to know what I would tell you?
What?
Dump him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great guy.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
What? Even she's like, he's a great guy. No, he's not. No, he's not. You don't even know the guy, dude. You don't even know the guy. And he's judging him because he doesn't want to take on her debt.
No, he's not.
He's making you prove your worth.
Wait, is she whose side is she on? I'm interested. I mean,
based on money.
Yeah.
To him.
Oh God, no. Oh, based on money. No, that's not what he's doing. He doesn't want to have to take on her responsibility. Has she said how much debt she's in? Probably a lot.
You're having to buy your way into this relationship. Nope.
And he's not. He's gonna be the breadwinner. He makes $250,000 a year. Right? He does it. He's what you would call the high value, whatever. I hate that term. So he's a guy that does not need to deal with that. He's got options.
You're a princess and you deserve more than that.
Oh my God.
The number one cause of divorce in North America today is money fights and money problems. And guess what this is?
They're not going to have money problems. And this isn't, it doesn't sound like a money fight. It sounds like he just drew a boundary and she's fighting it because she's, now that's the thing is like, this is a red flag. You do not marry. See, she's airing out their dirty laundry to the world, to Dave Ramsey and his millions of listeners, right? So this poor guy that has to be on the receiving end of this. All he did was say, no, I don't want to take on your debt before we get married. He didn't say, no, I'm not going to marry you. He didn't say, no, I don't love you. He didn't say, no, your value is tied to your money or your debt or anything like that. He's saying, no, I am drawing a line where I don't want to do that. And if the tables were flipped, oh, dude, he'd still be taking her side. Give me a freaking break. He'd be coming down on hard on the guy, whatever. He reminds me of those pastors, right? The ones that the happy wife, happy life guys that are just like, hey, buckos. Right? Look at all these young women. They need you to get your shit together so that they can, have a family and blah blah. You want to have a family? You gotta straighten up, bucko. Right? You gotta get your shit together. You gotta get a job, and you gotta just put them on a pedestal, and you gotta worship them. Right? Worship Jesus first, but then worship them. So it's just, oh my God! It's the Christianity is also just cucked out, bro.
This is a money fight.
Yeah.
You're just not having it out loud. You're having it in your head.
Dude, these boomer dipshits just can't stop taking L's. Oh my Lord. Isn't Dave Ramsey the type of dude who tells you to pay back debt as soon as possible so that your income can help maximize your potential wealth? But now this...
He's such a cuck that he will put everything that he believes, the backbone of his beliefs as far as debt goes, in the back seat to give the princess treatment to this broad. Are you kidding me? That probably has 6 figures of debt, college debt, right? The student loans this woman probably has, Jesus, and the indoctrination. Is she even a suitable wife? Huh? Dude, yeah. If I was that guy and I found out about that, I'd be like, yeah, we're done, right? The fact that you went on to Dave Ramsey and aired out our dirty laundry, and it wasn't even dirty laundry. I just told you something in confidence, something private. Hey, I love you, but I'm not going to marry you if you have this much debt because I have to take on that debt, right? That seems pretty reasonable.
This candy faggot is telling this nurse that she should dump her boyfriend because God forbid he wants her to pay off some of her debt before they take on even more debt, getting married and probably buying a house? What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Dave Ramsey is part of this swath of simps who just praise women for nothing more than existing in the world. He's probably the type of dipshit to say, happy wife, happy life,
Yes!
and has no concern.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He's that guy. He is that guy. That's my dad was that guy, dude. Yeah, don't be that guy. Do not be that guy.
For his own needs in a relationship. Also, you know, if the roles were reversed and the man was in $90K worth of debt and the woman made $250,000, he would tell her, oh no, it's his job to pay off his debt.
See, this is why we're friends.
A princess.
Yeah, exactly. He'd still take her side. No, you need to buck up, buddy. You need to buck up. You take on that debt. You need to pay it off. If you love her, you'll take on her debt and you'll pay it off, right? That becomes your responsibility. No. It's her responsibility. She's an adult. She should have to take care of that before I sign a contract that then shifts that over to me, right? That can hurt and damage my credit, my reputation, and my finances. No. Hell no. Hell no to the no. Hell to the no. Where are you? And I am so sorry.
Money belongs to you. He would say that the guy needs to.
I really want to karaoke right now so bad, honestly. Dude, just. Oh! Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, every time you do that makes me want to play Fortnite. Oh, yeah, dude, but OG Fortnite. Oh, man, dude. Boom, one after another, man. We got the J's, the JJ, and the JJJS. We got the JJ Recon in the house. W's in the chat for JJ Recon. And then we got JJJS, Jimmy, Jax, Jelly, Stacks with the hype. Both with the hype. W's in the chat for Jimmy. That's what I'm talking about, man. And if you're on the YouTube side, get the hell out of there and get over to the Kick side. All right? Be here. Well, be there or be square. I'd say be here or be, but I'm on YouTube still. So I could say that if I was on Kick. Just saying.
Pull up his bootstraps and that he's not entitled to any of her money. What an actual retard, dude.
Yeah, he's retarded.
Boomers need to shut the fuck up forever before they completely ruin the chances of younger guys getting into any sustainable relationships. This is the type of shit that leads to women having inflated egos about what they're entitled to and what they deserve when looking for a boyfriend or a husband. Once again, not all women are like this. The worst.
Once again, yes, not all women are like this. I'm not saying this. Nate's not saying this. He's not saying this. We're not saying this. It's not all women. There are a lot of pleasant women out there. There are a lot of unpleasant ones. That's all we're saying.
Part about these old simp losers who needlessly pedestalize women is they're teaching these girls who grow up into women that they should just expect the entire world from a man without doing anything to deserve it or earn it. These
Yeah, and that's what Andrew Wilson talks about. He's like, what do I get? What do you give me in return for all of my sacrifice, right? I sacrifice my money, my life. I sacrifice so many things, and I provide so many things. I'm giving up, and I'm giving. I'm giving up of myself. I'm giving to you all of these things, right? What are you giving me in return? What do you reciprocate? Like the law of reciprocity, man, for the love of God. But no, it's the law of entitlement now. It's not the law of reciprocity. It's the law of entitlement.
Goofy-ass values trickle down into the younger generations, and now me and my Zoomer friends have to deal with the repercussions of this boomer cuckoldry. And
Zoom, buddy.
Here's the thing that smart women are going to agree with me on. A truly intelligent and virtuous woman who is a great addition to your life does not want you to be a glob of goo that just molds and shapeshifts to whatever she wants. She wants you to have boundaries and standards for her the same way you have them for yourself, because despite what the boomer retards think, a great relationship isn't just one person getting whatever they want at all times. It's two strong people coming together and converging two dissimilar paths into one in order to create a better future for each other. By having no respect and being a spineless simp, you're quite literally making yourself less desirable to the exact type of woman you would want to date in the first place. Your needs as a man are important too. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I'm telling you, man, simping is a huge epidemic. And if you don't believe me, let's take a look at Bonnie Blue, who makes 7 figures monthly from men around the globe who have signed up for her OnlyFans.
Oh my God,
look at this
dude.
woman, dude. She's a fucking ghoul. There's not one shred of soul anywhere to be found behind those eyes. This is the same woman that had sexual relations with over 1,000 men in a day. Absolutely disgusting. But what's even more disgusting is that there's 1,000 men that wanted clunge so badly that they showed up and did it with this woman. If you're a man and you showed up to this event to do it with Bonnie Blue, you deserve to be publicly castrated in front of your closest friends and family members. Prison would be too delicate of a sentence for you. Is this too mean? I don't know. And if you did this and you have an internal monologue, I sincerely hope it never stops telling you for the rest of your life how much of a pathetic loser you are. It's easy to make fun of women who go on OnlyFans and shake their ass for a living, but it's important to acknowledge that the
Nate also does like stand-up comedy. He's pretty funny, dude.
men who pay for this.
I do have merch, actually. I've made tons of merch. Not that one though. Mids with kids. Dude, that's pretty funny, man. Mids with kids who've lost their lids. Oh, dude, yeah. I could like do like an Aqua Teen Hunger Force type thing with that. With like with Shake or something. Oh my God, bro. The possibilities are endless, bro.
Quite literally enabling these girls to do this shit full time as a career. Not only this, but the monetary success of these women is spawning a bunch of other young and impressionable girls to try and do the same thing to make ends meet. Here's a quick rant about men who pay for OnlyFans. If you pay for that shit, you are beyond cooked. Absolutely burned to a crisp. Adult entertainment is free on the internet. Why the fuck would you ever pay to whack off? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. By the
Amen, Roger. Amen.
way, this is not me encouraging you to watch adult entertainment. I discourage that in every single regard. But I am saying that at least if you have to do that, that stuff on the internet is completely
Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, dude, Meatwad, bro. Come on, man. Oh, there, man.
free. That's an option, yet you decided to pay $7.99 to see some random girl's titties. You're an idiot, dude. Here's the truth.
Yeah, dude.
10 seconds after you crank your hog and that post-nut clarity hits you like a freight train, you're not even gonna give a shit what it was that you watched in order to get to that point. All you're gonna feel is pure shame. So please, if you're gonna goon, don't pay for a bitch's OnlyFans, because you're only contributing to the simping epidemic getting worse every single day. And if you know somebody who is struggling with simping,
I don't know what glib is. Oh, this is my friend Nate Roscoe. What's glib? What is a glib? Speaking or spoken with careless ease, often in a way that is too smooth, fluent, or superficial to be honest or sincere. Nah, he's not glib, dude. He's super sincere. I know him. I've met him in person. He's not a glib, bro. He's my boy, dude. He's my boy.
don't you?
Yeah, the video we're watching. The video we're watching is my buddy Nate Roscoe. He's a good guy. He's not a glib. He's an honest, heartfelt, like salt of the earth guy.
Train. You're not even gonna give a shit.
He does comedy, so that's, you know. He likes being funny.
Was that you watched in order to get to that point. All you're gonna feel
And he is funny.
is pure shame. So please, if you're gonna goon, don't pay.
No, Nate Roscoe here. Not Rogers. Nate Roscoe. Here's the link to the video. Yeah, Nate Roscoe.
For a bitch's OnlyFans, because you're only contributing to the simping epidemic getting worse every single day. And if you know somebody who is struggling with simping, don't just sit there and watch them do it. Call the number on your screen and get some professional help so your
Stop it. Get some help.
Your friend can be put down immediately. Check out my last video where I absolutely crucify the boomers by clicking right here on your screen. And here's a clip of my cat to make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, so you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Goodbye. A lot of Gen Z and millennials think that boomers are annoying, stupid, gay, and completely out of touch. Why is that? Well, that's because they are.
You go to work, you spend $15 on a sandwich. What are you, an idiot?
I'm sorry. If you only want to work 4
He don't pull no punches, man.
hours, it's going to be harder for you to get a house. We busted our behinds. We had to bust our behinds because we didn't have the option.
Don't put it on me that you feel bad. Oh, but I'm struggling with rent this month. Figure it the f out. Don't make my life be a problem for your life.
And when you look up and you make $50,000 a year and you're 33 years
Yeah, dude, kid is clever, man. That dude, yeah, he's 25 years old. I wish I had the discernment that he does, right? Because I was a simp when I was 25. He is not. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He grew up early, man. He's a Zoomer, man. So he's got all this valuable information. So that keeps him from becoming those things, right? To get him out of it. So he said he was a simp before, and now he's not. So hell yeah.
Years old, you owe $70,000 in student loan debt. There is no freaking trick here.
I love the boomers. They're a selfish generation. They refuse to give up their jobs. They're dying in the Senate. They're collapsing in Congress. They will not leave. They will not cede any of their power. They are emotional terrorists. And there's no generation of people that have cared less about the future of this planet, about their children, about anything than the boomers. I've suggested they be forcibly evicted from their homes and committed to mental institutions. Legally, we have some problems. That's not easy to do.
Baby boomers.
Dude, I love Tim Dillon when he talks about boomers, man, because that's the thing. It's like, it's as if boomers they had kids, but they didn't think to themselves, oh, I should probably make sure that they become fully functioning adults. I should probably treat them well. I should probably care about their upbringing enough to make sure that they become self-reliant and self-sufficient, and they don't have a bunch of trauma and problems and a childhood that they have to recover from. And no, they didn't think about that at all. No, they suck, dude. Boomers they dropped the ball, right? Not all of them, but a lot of them, dude. There's some boomers out there that are probably all right, but I don't know any of them, honestly.
Grew up in an era when you could work a minimum wage job and provide for an entire family, buy a nice house, and retire.
Yeah, my dad was able to have he had 2 kids, 2 biological kids. They adopted my sister in the early 90s, and they owned a home, had a mortgage. My dad worked at a freaking warehouse, dude. My dad's never really had. He's always had like a lower paying, like blue collar-esque type of job. He's never made a lot of money ever. So, but he was still able to afford all of that. I think my parents' house was $55,000, and they bought it back in the 90s, right? Back in, I think, 94, 95. It was a $55,000 house.
At 65. Now that they're old.
It's like 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. I don't know why they didn't get a 2-bath. The hell.
Older and have kids of their own, a lot of them have proven themselves to be selfish, greedy dipshits with a just world fallacy about how because things worked out for them, they ought to work out for you too, and if they don't, well then fuck you. They are the wealthiest generation in existence who grew up in the most economically prosperous time in American history, yet they are the first generation that will be leaving their children behind in a country in a much worse position than they found it in. Now America is facing an unaffordable housing crisis, a shrinking job market, a declining birth rate, and a low-trust society full of antisocial behavior. And their answer to all of this? Just work harder, bro. These quarter-pounder...
Yeah, thanks for the amphetamines at 6 years old, Ma. Yeah, thanks for the Ritalin, Ma. Thanks for the Adderall. Appreciate that. I didn't have ADHD. I was just a 9-year-old. My 2-bedroom, 2-bath is $260K. Dude, I wonder how much... Where was my house? Trying to oh yeah. See if I can. Oh, yep, I found it. Yep. Let's see how much my house is going for. That was like 55. It's going for $160,000. $160,000. This right here, this was my house whenever, from like 1994, we moved into this house, and it was $50,000 or $55,000. It's now $160,000 for a three, like I said, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,000 square feet, dude. 1,092 square feet. Good God, dude. It's renting for $1,400, or the estimated rent is. Oh my God. And it was built, I think, in the 50s. Good God, dude. Yeah, that and I lived in Canyon, Texas, right? It's the panhandle of Texas. It's the devil's driveway of the United States, right? It's the butthole, right? It's the taint, Like I said, the Devil's Driveway. It's hot. Look at that. Look at that grass, dude. Scorched earth, man. Although that might be in the winter though. But it's just like it gets really hot in the summer. But yeah, dude. They still have that tree there. Although it had shrubs here. It had a bunch of shrubs, and it had this big like round landscaping thing around that tree. And yeah, dude, 3-bedroom, 1 bath in a boring, shitty place in Texas, in the Panhandle, the High Plains, and this is $160,000, dude. Hey Siri, how much of a percentage increase is 50,000 to 160,000? No, it's not doing it for me. Yeah, you suck. All right, let me ask. All right. I'm pretty sure it was around 100. It was like 55. We'll do 54. Oh my God, that is 196.48% increase. That is almost a 200% increase. JJ with the hype. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, bro. That is insane. Almost a 200% increase. That was a dude. If that is nothing special. This house, I mean, sure. I remember I visited a year ago, last June, and I drove by there. They were doing some work, but the reason why they were doing some work was because there was just a hailstorm that just messed up a bunch of stuff. It ruined my rental car. It basically totaled out my rental car. It created $16,000 worth of damage to my rental car because it was tennis ball sized hail. See, Canyon is a place like that. It's where you get tennis ball sized hail and it destroyed my parents' house and the roof. Like they had to get, luckily, I mean, like insurance paid for a lot of it, but yeah, they had to get a new roof, get some new windows and stuff. Dude, it was crazy, man. They get a new garage door. It riddled everything with dents. Luckily, it didn't bash any windows out in my rental car. But I got that all taken care of. I didn't have to pay a dime because I got protection. But it's off the market though. This sucker's off the market. But that's the estimated value of my childhood home. That was the house that I lived in until I was like, until I left at 19. Dude, that's wild, man. It's freaking wild.
Reading dickheads never failed to hit you with a smug wave of low emotional intelligence, providing you with oversimple.
No, they don't live at that house, dude. My parents don't live there anymore. They sold that house a long time ago. No, my family doesn't live at that house. I didn't dox my dad.
Simplistic solutions to incredibly complicated issues that are simply obsolete. Then when you explain to them that it's not that simple and there's a lot more to it than just...
My dad doesn't live there. What do you mean I doxed my dad? I didn't even say my dad's name, bro. They don't live there.
Giving a firm handshake and going outside, they scoff at you. They call you a loser, a worthless bum who's just scared of hard work. If I hear another boomer tell the younger generation that they just need to pull up their bootstraps, I'm gonna blow up a hospital. This stunning lack of empathy and understanding is...
Yeah, I don't dox people, bro. That's not even funny to joke about.
Exactly why there's endless threads on social media and comment sections where boomers are talked about with the utmost disrespect and hatred because, quite frankly, a lot of these pussy-ass bitches deserve it. Now, I must say that not all boomers are created equally. Some of them are a lot more insufferable than others.
I know it had the address. The reason I showed it is because they don't fucking live there.
Sometimes we hear a boomer like Dave Ramsey give
If they lived there, I wouldn't have shown you because I ain't retarded.
Financial advice that's not necessarily bad, but it's just outdated.
If you invest $100 a month from age 25 to age 65 in a decent growth stock mutual fund, it will be $1,176,000. You retire.
You conventional idiot, dude. No.
Are a millionaire.
That's great, Dave, but how is $1 million going to help me live out my remaining years in 40 years when the price...
Yeah, dude. A freaking Big Mac's going to be $300,000 by the time it's $1 million.
Prices of everything I need look like this on a graph. See, this isn't horrible advice on the surface, but it's just not going to move the needle in today's economy with our current levels of inflation. Sure, you can invest every month and likely retire as a millionaire in your 60s, but what about building wealth now? What about living a decent life in my prime years of existence?
Right.
Are the vast
Yeah, dude, we kind of want to enjoy life while we can, while we're nimble and we're not feeble and our bodies aren't breaking down, right? You want to be able to enjoy life in the now, right? While you're young and vital. When you had that vitality.
majority of young people supposed to just live check to check until their 60s and then they can start to enjoy their life? If you asked a lot of these dipshits this question, they would look you right in the eyes and say, yes, get over it. This is one of those incredibly out of touch sentiments from boomers about working harder or just not buying caviar avocado toast. That'll make you a millionaire. All of this makes young people
Stop ordering coffee and avocado toast. That's what's keeping you from buying a home. Yeah, it's freaking $7 avocado toast and a $5 latte.
Roll their eyes and just wish that these people would shut up and die. They have no idea what it's like to make money with weakening buying power to the point where you can't even live. And then when you ask for a living wage, your bosses look at you and call you an entitled brat for simply wanting enough money to live without wanting to swallow the barrel of a gun. Then the worst part is, if you don't accept the dog shit pay that some of these jobs give you, it doesn't matter because there are H-1B visa workers and illegal immigrants who will take it in an instant because the US dollar goes way further in their own country. Boomers don't give a shit about corporations cutting costs by firing American
I'm smelling something. Hey, what are you doing? Alright, cool. Not doing what I thought you were doing. You need to knock this off, bro. Don't cuddle near the pad. No. None of that. No. I'm glad that's stuffing from the squirrel, not from the keypad. Dude, there's like one or two keypads left, bro. I need you to hold off on eating it. Alright, dude? Gotta get some use out of it before the other keypads don't get here until mañana. Oh shit. Oopsie daisy. Oh man, I got so many cords. Get off this freaking chair, I swear to God, dude. Get off, wheel. Oh shit. Oh my God, bro. Oh Jesus. Oh man. I thought my dog took a shit. He didn't. Thank God.
employees because that means straight
I'm gonna turn the kitchen light on so I can see him. I can't see him in the dark. I was born in the dark. Here, Eddie, as you were, bro. As you were. Oh man, dude. Bruh. Oh my God, bruh. Alright, here we go. Sorry about that.
line on stock market graph go up, and that means more money. Fuck my children and my children.
Dude, yeah, society is just a huge scam. Everything is a scam. Absurdities stacked upon absurdities, stacked upon absurdities. Yeah, dude, it's just, what are we doing, man? Nothing's real anymore.
Children, line go up. In a capitalist country, you need money to live. And I'm not saying that you have to be rich in order to live a decent life, but third spaces have been absolutely eradicated, and to hang out with friends or go out and do shit, it really helps to have some disposable income, which is becoming harder and harder to come by as the middle class continues to get destroyed. We talked about Dave Ramsey a little bit, but he's honestly not that bad compared to some of them. Like, look at this clip of Kevin O'Leary saying that you shouldn't eat lunch.
I can't stand it when I see kids that are making 70 grand a year spending $28 for lunch.
What? Like he doesn't spend $28 for lunch.
I mean, that's just stupid. It's just, think about
If you're making 70 grand, that's not crazy, dude.
that in the context of that being put into an index and making 8 to 10% a year for the next 50 years.
Bro, what
my
are
God,
you
what?
saying? You Canadian This dude is
Hey man, instead of buying that freaking Italian sub, you know, you need to put that and get some dividends and shit. It's like, what the hell are you talking about, man?
talking about people who make 70 grand a year as if they're part of the working class. Brother, a majority of Americans don't make 70 grand a year. Most of them are...
They don't. I don't make 70 grand a year. No, I don't. I don't make close to that, dude. I don't make anywhere close to 70 grand. shoot, man, if I was making 70 grand, I'd maybe occasionally I'd splurge on lunch like that, but
way down below that in the gutters. By the way, I'm not saying that packing your lunch is a bad idea. It totally is if you're trying to eat healthier and save money. But for a lot of people who are struggling to keep their head above water, it's just not going to move the needle. So Kevin, do us all a favor and just stick to your gay television shows. You fucking suck. Boomers also love to try and give young people advice on how to meet people and date, which, similar to financial advice, is just completely outdated. As aforementioned, third spaces have been completely annihilated, and a lot of normal people have been completely priced out of trying to date. If you met somebody...
I got somebody in my... Oh my god, like, why would you... Like, so I had somebody join... I don't even know who this is. Who is this? Apparently there's a mod of mine from YouTube that joined my Discord and put in a message saying, "Hey, James, can you cancel me as a moderator on your YouTube, please?" I don't even know who you are on YouTube, man, because your username is not, it does not even compute. I've never seen that username. It's exhausting to be around so many men that hate women. Well, you don't even have to be on the stream, dude. You being a moderator doesn't mean you have to be on the stream. I'm not paying you. Like, you're not forced to do anything. You can just leave. Oh, they did leave. Dude, I don't remember this username ever. I've never seen this person on the stream. I don't recall them. Maybe yeah, in a past stream, maybe. But what the hell? I started watching you when your intro said, "Welcome, ladies and gents." I've said that maybe a few times. I don't remember that being like my intro. The tone has certainly changed since then. Thanks and best of luck. No, nobody here hates women. No, nobody hates women. Yeah, sure, there are men that probably do. I don't. So, but go fuck yourself. How about that? How about you go fuck yourself? I'm just gonna delete your message. I'm not gonna hunt you down in my YouTube and try to fix your, like, unassign you. I don't even know who you are. I don't even remember your name. I gotta take the time to do that. How do I? Yeah.
In high school or college, you are very lucky. Because trying to swipe through a bunch of people to find your person is incredibly dystopian and usually doesn't even work. Out-of-touch boomers think this makes dating easier when this could not be further from the truth for a lot of people. A lot of the time you get the worst relationship advice from these goobers as well. The type of men who are on a leash anytime their wife is around and tell you shit like "happy wife, happy life," completely abandoning their own needs for poon. Not to mention these people raise sons and daughters and instill them with the same goofy-ass values that they have. Then they call you a coward for not wanting to get married and take the traditional path. Like Piers Morgan, who tries to tell people how they can have a good relationship while he's completely cucked in his own marriage. Most dudes would take public execution over a relationship like his. And then when Piers displays that smugness and illusory sense of authority over somebody that so many boomers love to use, he gets absolutely dog-walked by an internet.
Yeah, dude, you don't have to go into Discord and announce that. Nobody gives a shit. I don't give a shit. And I just blocked you from the whole thing, like, on Discord. So the fact that you took the time to do that is fucking weird.
Troll with absolutely nothing better to do.
You're making yourself look an even bigger idiot than you did on the Netflix show. Oh, really? Really? Yes. To people like you, sir, I don't mind that. You make yourself look like an idiot every single day when your wife is at home posting pictures that you're out and she wants to get used like a toy by a big black man who's cleaning her car. Is that why you have a problem with me? Is that why you're pushing?
No, it wasn't a troll. They had their message was too. It honestly, it was typed out like a woman. It was very. There was a lot of effort put into their typing. There were no errors or anything. So yeah, it was either a woman or a real like a super feminine dude.
This homophobic narrative. Because I'm the big black man that shagged your wife while you are on holiday.
I think you're a fucking idiot. I think you're a sexist, misogynist, homophobic.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, this was probably this is probably like the person in my Discord doing that is just gives like freaking Piers Morgan energy, right? It's like small dick Piers Morgan energy.
Twerp. Who got exposed?
Listen, sir, I don't know why you come on and you talk like you're holier than thou. As soon as you're away,
all right,
who's this? Applications are open.
All right, let's just
that's your ting, bro. That's your girl.
Let's end this.
Cooked.
You know what? I'm not doing this. Sorry, guys.
That clip never gets old, right? I don't like this guy HS Tiki Taki, but I can appreciate him sinking down to.
Yeah. That guy doesn't seem like someone I would like either, but that's pretty funny. I can't spell cuck without UK. Yeah, dude, that's so true. Oh my god. I think we've said this about 10,000 times. No one hates women. We hate progressive feminist hoes. You are only triggered if you are one. Yeah, that's not untrue. Oh yeah, dude.
Peers level and embarrassing him on his own show and beating him at his own game. Another thing that boomers get clowned for is their unwavering belief in authority and institutions that have proven themselves to be completely fraudulent. I believe baby boomers and Gen X are single-handedly keeping mainstream media outlets alive. I don't blame boomers for believing in the system because they grew up in a time when the institutional pillars supporting it were at least functional. However, nowadays there's blatant lies everywhere you look. A political system that is completely occupied and controlled by another nation, politicians who diddle children but face no repercussions for doing so, food companies filling their products with addictive poisonous chemicals meant to create addicted customers for life, yet a portion of boomers still believe in it and support it with their dollar bills and also their allegiance in the system. Then when you point out to them the mainstream media has all been infiltrated by intelligence agencies, that almost every politician in America has taken money from the same super PAC, and that pretty much every major conflict since World War II has been completely unnecessary and led to their kids dying, they just look at you and say, oh well, that sounds like your problem. I'll be dead soon. Well, if that's your attitude, hopefully it's sooner.
Yeah, they're great women out there, but yeah, they are extremely rare. It's like, where's Waldo?
Rather than later, bucko. Pray for America and pray for the younger generations because God only knows what's around the corner.
Oh, his cat's so cute. See, he's look at that dude. He's got a freaking bucket hat, man. Freaking bucket hat and a tank top and a kitty cat, dude. Nate's a cool dude, man. I like Nate. All right, guys. Well, it's at that 3.5 hour mark. It's like that sweet spot. I think I put on a pretty good show today. I appreciate everyone who's supported me, honestly, and everyone who's followed me and donated on Kick, everyone who's followed and donated me on YouTube, everyone who's moved over from Kick to YouTube, everyone who's joined the. Oh my gosh, JJ, stop, bro! Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Oh, man. Yeah, more Zoomers should tune into this kid for sure. He's got a good head on his shoulders. But yeah, thank you for everyone who's joined the Discord, except for that one douche nozzle that felt like they had to send that dumb message about, oh, you got to unassign me as a mod because I can't be around. It's like, dude, nobody's forcing you to be on the stream in the first place. You just here's a novel idea. Just unsubscribe from my channel and stop watching. Do that. I don't care. There's got to be some better person that will replace you. I do not care. So, JJ, Recon, I appreciate you showing support. You've been showing support for since almost the entirety of my channel. As far as back I can remember, like last summer or something crazy. Like it's been about a year. It's been a wild ride, dude. Happy anniversary, I guess. Like I think it just somewhere in July. I think July or August. But yeah, dude, love you, man. I love all you guys, but I'm going to, dude, I'm going to just kick it and relax a little bit, man. My dog has been pretty chill. I mean, I've got to get up a few times, but nothing crazy. But, yeah, I appreciate you guys. Friday, tomorrow, I will be streaming tomorrow, in the afternoon, okay? I'm not sure what time. I will announce it on Discord, so join the Discord. It's down below in the pinned comment in the YouTube chat. So go join the Discord so that you can, be a part of the buzz and don't miss it in an announcement. But yeah, I will be streaming tomorrow. I'll try to start streaming around, I don't know, like 12 or 1 or 2 or something. I don't pick my son up until 6 o'clock. So I'm going to be spending the afternoon with you guys. Hopefully y'all can, listen to me at work. If you're working, if you're at home, even better. But yeah, dude, I value in you, 21, man. Yep. I appreciate that, dude. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the mods over on the YouTube side. Appreciate the mods over on the Kick side. And can y'all do me a favor? And if anybody is got a kick or can get a kick and follow me, do that. and join me on the Kick side. If you have the ability to stream on YouTube or Kick, please choose Kick over YouTube. All right, because they treat their creators a lot better, and it's also a freer place. So the sooner that you guys can all migrate over to Kick, and I don't have to stream on YouTube, I can just do my content on YouTube and do my streaming separately on Kick. It's gonna be a way better stream. I'm not gonna be leashed. It's gonna be a hoot, man. It's gonna be a hell of a time. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and